visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Good evening, one and all. This is Wali Siddiqui, joined in with Paritosh Joshi, here to give you the live coverage of yet another IPL game. It is between the Rajasthan Royals and the Sunrise Hyderabad, which will be taking place at the Savai Mansingh Stadium. Well, the news from Rajasthan is that it's Steve Smith who had won the toss, as he had elected to field first, and it is going to be an interesting contest because Sunrise Hyderabad want to solidify their position in the top 4 race, while Rajasthan Royals are fresh from a win against Kolkata Knight Riders, have 8 points in their kitty. SRH have 10 points, so if RR manage to win this, they might go on to get the 10 points, and you never know, they might go above them. But Paritosh, would you just be a gentleman and run our viewers down with the playing 11 for both the teams?
First of all, a very warm welcome to all the listeners who are joined in with us in Sports Flashes. For both the teams, the playing 11s for Sunrise Hyderabad is David Warner, Kane Williamson, the captain, Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, Shakib Al Hassan, Riddhiman Saha, the wicketkeeper, Deepak Hooda, Rashid Khan, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Siddharth Kaul, and Khalil Ahmed. While for Rajasthan Royals, they'll be heading into this encounter led by Steven Smith, Ajinkya Rahane, Sanju Samson, Riyan Parag, who was sensational in the previous match and took the win away from KKR, Ashton Turner, Liam Livingstone, is he playing his first IPL game, second IPL game, Liam Livingstone, and Stuart Billy, Shreyas Gopal, Jaydev Unadkat, Varun Aaron, and O'Shane Thomas.
So that was the playing 11 for both the teams. 2 changes for Sunrise Hyderabad and 1 change for the Rajasthan Royals. That of Liam Livingston coming in place of Ben Stokes, and it will be an interesting contest between the two sides. If we talk about the Sunrise Hyderabad, then they've defeated the Rajasthan Royals in each of the last 4 games in the IPL. They successfully chased down the target of 199 during the home fixture against RR this season. We all remember that. Sanju Samson scored 100 in that game, but it went in vain. Well, if we talk about YouTube, then there are people from Saudi Arabia. Babar Sharif is here with us. He is listening to us from Saudi Arabia. Nashin Fatima, also from Saudi Arabia. Otis Mahabir saying good evening to all of us. Nandu Kishore is supporting the Rajasthan Royals to win this game. Well, like I said, it will be an interesting contest. But the sad news for the Rajasthan Royals is that their gun player, one of the spearhead pacers, Jofra Archer, is missing because he's gone to he is in the reserves of the England cricket team for the World Cup. So how much are they going to miss him now?
Well, certainly would miss the services of Jofra Archer because he was instrumental in their few of their wins, and with the ball he was very, very good for them throughout the IPL, and he won a match for them with the bat as well. So his contribution is certainly very, very important for Rajasthan Royals, and his absence would certainly prove a point in SRH's favour. As of now, Steven Smith and Kane Williamson, the 2 captains, have already are done with the toss. And who do you think will be the opening partnership for the batting side?
Well, since it's Kane Williamson and what do you say, David Warner, I think it will be the 2 of them to open the innings. And yes, we were talking about Jofra Archer not being there for the Rajasthan Royals. Let's not forget that for Sunrise Hyderabad, they will be missing the services of Johnny Bairstow because he's gone to join his camp for the England cricket team as well, and with the World Cup in their mind. But the problem, the thing for the Sunrisers Hyderabad is that they have really good candidates to fill that spot. They already have Kane Williamson, and if something happens to Williamson or David Warner, if they leave the camp, then they still have Martin Guptill up their ranks. So they have a really good team, Sunrisers Hyderabad, and another player who's making his debut this season in the IPL. After quite a while, we last saw him in a test series at home, I guess, and that is Wriddhiman Saha.
Well, for Wriddhiman Saha, the struggles continued after an initial injury, and that was the time when he was a part of the Indian Test team, and now he is nowhere in the squad, and certainly a very good a batsman as well, a wicket keeper. So he certainly has a claim to that spot in the Test team. Rishabh Pant recently has quite acquired that role, but with inconsistent batting performances, the role of Rishabh Pant is certainly very dicey, and Wriddhiman Saha, if he can put in some performances in a string, he can back his claim of getting that spot back.
Well, Nandu Thara is supporting the Rajasthan Royals. Sunil Thapa is here with us. Respect Giri back with us, saying that was Liam Livingstone batting was in doubt. I think she is trying to say that. What is she trying to say? I'm not trying to understand over here.
Maybe she is trying to say that Liam Livingstone's batting is very dicey. Well, because certainly there has been the absence of Jofra Archer, so anybody's batting would be a little inconsistent, but it's the IPL, you never know who clicks and who not. If this person certainly clicks for Rajasthan Royals, he can play a crucial role in the games ahead, but the absence of Jofra Archer will certainly hit this Rajasthan side, and especially because they are playing at home, they had a strong chance of getting a win here with the absence of Jofra Archer, with the absence of Johnny Bairstow,
right.
And with Jofra Archer not in the side, they certainly are the things are looking quite down for them at this point of time. Only time will tell who will prevail who, and both of them still have a chance of qualifying for the playoff. Who out of these two are you backing?
Well, Sunrisers Hyderabad for me any day. They have a really balanced squad. They have a really good captain in the sense of Kane Williamson, a stable-headed cricketer. David Warner, the orange cap holder as well. So they have the firepower in the team. And Sunil Thapa is here with us. Tenzing Sugra back with us. It's good to have you here, brother. And Respect Girl, I think she is mocking Ashton Turner over here because an unwanted record under his name that he has bagged a duck in each of his last 5 innings in the T20 format, making him the first ever player to do so. So that is one record which no player would love to have, be it the T20, be it the Test matches, or be it the ODI cricket. And we remember the same thing almost happened to Ajit Agarkar, and they named him a Bombay Duck after that series against Australia, the Test series.
Certainly they named him that, but Ajit Agarkar pulled himself back with his bowling performances at times, and Ashton Turner, well, a very unwelcome record for him and for Rajasthan Royals as well. It's only time because he was the one who was the record-in-chief when Australian side toured India previously this year. Well, as things stand, he has not clicked for Rajasthan Royals, but with players like these, you never know. One day there's a dark night, and the other there's a shining bright light.
Well, Respect Girl is also asking us for a prediction for Ashton Turner's score. Well, I think you should give it the prediction, but I don't think that he will be getting out on the duck. I don't think that
at least 10-15 runs.
I don't think that he'll be getting out on the duck
at
today.
least
That'll be
10-15 runs, and if he scores big today, well, great for his confidence, because as a player, your confidence takes a hit when you are shown that you haven't performed in the previous 5 T20 games, consecutive ducks. So that hurts a lot for any player. And some runs under his belt would certainly help his confidence. And as we speak, the first ball is about to bowl. Kane Williamson and David Warner are at the strike, and it's Varun Aaron who is given the ball by Steven Smith. Well, a very inconsistent bowler, not in the domestic circuit, so because he has been taking wickets consistently, but the line and length has been in question for this player.
But he bowled quite well against the Kolkata Knight Riders. He picked up 2 wickets of Shubman Gill and Chris Lynn's bowled by getting them out bowled, and he bowled a perfect delivery to Shubman Gill. It angled in. It was like a banana swing over there, and that was one of the deliveries of the IPL, I have to say, and quite unlikely of quite uncharacteristic, we have to say, from Varun Aaron. But the good news for Steven Smith is that the confidence is back after the previous outing for Varun Aaron, and he might be looking to take more wickets in this game. It's a crucial game for the Rajasthan Royals as well. And if we talk about the points table, we'll just present it to you in just a few moments. well, it's Chennai Super Kings who are at top in spite of losing the game yesterday. But we'll just get back to that. First ball about to be bowled. Varun Aaron rushing in, and a good delivery. Dabs it towards point and takes a single. Does David Warner, and it'll be Kane Williamson who gets the strike. In fact, gets overthrows on the very first delivery. So 5 runs off David Warner's bat with that. And the fielder did try backing up from the other end. He did give it the dive, but it was too far away from him. 5 runs on the very first delivery. Not impressed over there, Varun Aaron, with that. A quite unfortunate start for him, and it was Joss Butler. In fact, Joss Butler is not there. It was Ryan Barag who made the throw. So now coming back to the points table, CSK is on top with 16. Mumbai Indians, after the win against CSK, moved to second with 14. Delhi Capitals also on 14, but have a lower run rate than Mumbai. Sunrise Hyderabad, you can see they are on 10th position. They are on 4th position with 10 points. Just above Kings 11 Punjab, but have a positive net run rate, because of which they are above Kings 11 Punjab. Punjab on the other end are on 5th. KKR are on 8th, and Rajasthan Royals are on 8th as well. So if RR manage to win this game, they'll be level on points with Sunrisers, Kings 11 and obviously themselves. So it'll be a really important match for both the games, for both the teams. 5 for no loss after 0.1 overs.
Well, it will be a very welcome news for Rajasthan fans, because this season's IPL is still very much open. Anyone can qualify even at this point. Only Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians, these two teams I think are assured of a side, and also Delhi are very, very near that. Also, one spot is still for the taking. And good start, good start.
Omen.
Good omen start for Hyderabad.
That is back with us.
That they are getting a few runs under their belt right at the first over. And Varun Aaron, well, his confidence must have taken a hit, because when you bowl good and the fielders are not doing their job properly, it certainly hurts any bowler. And with Kane Williamson and David Warner, you can't do many mistakes like these, because these two batsmen have the potential of ripping apart any bowling opposition, and this bowling opposition is not very effective, as we've seen in the past. They are dicey and everywhere on the plate. So it will be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Well, if you talk about the Rajasthan Royals bowling attack, it isn't as intimidating as the remaining of the franchises, and if we include Kolkata Knight Riders in the list, I think that would be a fair competition between the two. But with the kind of form Varun Aaron showed in the previous game, as well as O'Shane Thomas, he bowled well too. I think they need to pick up the ante over here for the Rajasthan Royals' sake. But Mario D'Souza saying good evening to Sports Flashes. Well, Mario, we missed you. It's good to have you back over here, and we really missed your witty comments as well. And Respect Girl saying that in country cricket the pitch is bouncy and has a lot of swing. Liam Livingstone can play spin, I think, over here, and he might be able to play well. Well, we'll just have to wait and watch what contribution he might be able to do. But if you talk about David Warner over here, he's one of the 5 players to have scored 50 or more in 5 consecutive innings. His scores in his last 5 innings are 57, 67, 50, 51 and an unbeaten knock of 70. So you can see he's in the form of his life when we talk about the IPL. He has held the orange cap before as well. And in the season prior to this one, it was Kane Williamson who was keeping a hold to the orange cap. But he hasn't looked in really good touch this season. That's because he's coming at number 3. And Johnny Bairstow and David Warner were doing the major of the heavy lifting. But now that's changed, since it'll be Williamson who will have an opportunity to face the bulk of the overs. I think it will be a really good sight to see for the Sunrise Hyderabad, because if Williamson comes and performs really good, then they might not at all miss Johnny Bairstow.
Well, if these two click, they would never miss any other batsman. But the problem for SRH is that they were very much reliant on the services of David Warner and Johnny Bairstow. And as we talk, it's 1 over done, 9 on the board for SRH, and no wickets in the first over. Good start for them. And Varun Aaron, well, he was bowling pretty good, but the first delivery where the overthrow was, that's where the majority of runs came. 5 runs on that occasion, 9 the total now. And these two, as we were talking about, one Aussie, one New Zealander. So an interesting duo, but both of them are formidable batsmen. And for SRH, both of them have clicked in the past. Kane Williamson in the previous edition, and David Warner in this edition, and the edition before the previous ones. So they both are loyal servants of SRH. It will be interesting to see if these both click today against Rajasthan Royals.
It's a 9 for no loss after 1 over. And I get your question now, Respect Girl. You asked us that Liam Livingstone is basically when he plays overseas, when he plays in Australia, England or anywhere else, there isn't much spin offer there. They are bouncy wickets, but he does tend to bowl well in the wickets of India. And why do they prefer to bowl spin over here? Well, I guess it's just the nature of the wicket, because if you look at the Nathan Lyon, the way that he bowls in Australia, I think he is one of the finest finger spinners in the modern generation, because he bowls it with more pace, there's more rip, there's more revolution in it. And if you look at the Indians, some continent spinners, they flight the ball even more. While if you look at Nathan Lyon, he bowls it at a much flatter trajectory, he bowls it much quicker, he bowls it from the rough, and that is why those spinners are effective on that wicket, because the wicket doesn't provide them assistance, but it's their arm and their fingers which can really work a fortune for them.
Well, they certainly work, but it's extra runs for SRH as 3 coming off of the first ball of Thomas. Once again overthrows, and not very good from Rajasthan Royals. They are leaking runs like a leaking tap, and that wouldn't go on to be positive as the match proceeds. And the quick running between the wickets of these two, David Warner and Kane Williamson, both of them very fit batsmen, and Steven Smith in all sorts of troubles right at the start. He's looking very, very disappointed with his team.
Well, he will be disappointed, because that's 2 overthrows in 2 overs, and you're just not doing the basics right. There wasn't anyone to back up over there, and well, that isn't what you're supposed to do once you're playing professional cricket, once the entire world is looking at you. And Rajasthan Royals, you need to get your act proper over here, because if these two get along and they will try to put it in. That's a third misfield. This time it's a misfield by Varun Aaron, who was standing at deep point, and you could see how Steve Smith is already puffing his cheeks over there. He couldn't believe that what is just happening over there. What is just happening over here? It was a cut shot played by Kane Williamson. It was Varun Aaron standing at deep point, and he couldn't even gather the ball over there. It's a boundary.
Well. And it's situations like these that define the winning team from the losing ones. And Thomas is very, very disappointed, throwing his hands and asking for something from his fielders. He's bowling good. He's not bowling badly, but the misfields are certainly not helping the case of Rajasthan Royals. Varun Aaron on that occasion, he suffered from the same in the first over, and now he's making his team suffer with the misfields. So one thing or the other, he's certainly involved in the leakage of runs from the side of Rajasthan Royals.
Elon Ketwaru is listening to us from Antigua, and he's supporting Rajasthan Royals. So welcome Elon Ketwaru, and we also have people listening from Jamaica as well. I forgot the name of that individual. He will be back soon enough with us to listen to Sports Flashes. Sharif Ahmed is predicting a Rajasthan Royals win. Tenzin on the other end, who was supporting Chennai Super Kings yesterday and was supporting Kolkata Knight Riders the day before. They both lost. Today he's supporting Sunrise Hyderabad. Let's see if they win the game today or not. Unnati Pandey back with us saying very good evening. Raghu Sai is also predicting a Sunrise Hyderabad win. Respect Girl is asking about Varun Aaron's performance. He did play county cricket for Leicester last year. And well, you can't just judge him on just one game. Respect Girl, he played very well against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Let's not forget that there was a hint of swing. He was bowling at the right line and length, but that was just one game. We'll have to see how he performs today, and if he does that once again, then we might say that he must have improved on his skill. But coming back to the game, it's O'Shane Thomas bowling some quick deliveries over here. He wrapped David Warner on the pads, and it's a leg by, so a single taken over here. 9 runs coming off the over so far, 19 for no loss after 1.5 overs, and it's turning out to be another expensive over for Rajasthan.
Well, 10 coming off of the over, actually, because the 2 are the leg buys, and that was not counted in the bowler's account. So a brilliant delivery by Thomas to end the over. It's 19 for no loss of wickets after 2 overs. Good start for SRH, and positive from Kane Williamson and David Warner, because the absence of Johnny Bairstow would have certainly hurt the opening partnership between Warner and Bairstow, and Williamson has replaced him in this particular match. He is also to leave the group for the New Zealand camp for the World Cup, and his staying back for the SRH is very positive news for them, because with the absence of him also in the squad, this squad looks completely different from the one with the addition of Johnny Bairstow and Kane Williamson.
Well, it's 19 for no loss after 2 overs. Kane Williamson is on 6 after facing 6 deliveries. David Warner on the other end is on 11 after facing 6 deliveries. Varun Aaron has bowled an over. He's given 9 runs away. O'Shane Thomas has bowled 1 over and has given 8 runs away. If you talk about the batting lineup for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they've still got Manish Pandey, who has now come back in form. He played a really good knock of 80 odd runs against the Chennai Super Kings at the Chidambaram Stadium. Vijay Shankar, Shakib Al Hassan, Riddhiman Saha, Deepak Hooda, Rashid Khan as well, who can bat. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar too. So it's a deep batting lineup for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and the real test will be today, since one of the partners of David Warner, who was in good form, has left the camp. There were over 400 partnerships in the IPL by the duo, but now that there is a change in partner, it will be a big test for Williamson as well as the rest of the batsmen. And it's a 19 for no loss after 2.1 overs. It's Varun Aaron bowling a good over, 2 dot deliveries by him.
Well, if you look from the perspective of Rajasthan Royals, the bowlers have certainly bowled well. It's the fielding that is not looking up for them, certainly letting them down time and again. In the first over, on the very first ball, 5 runs coming off of it, and then again in the over of O'Shane Thomas. Well, quite an animated bowler he is. He expressed himself, and Savai Mansingh is not a short stadium, so you have, and again, time and again, Rajasthan Royals are missing the plot here with consecutive misfields, and he bowled brilliantly in the first 2 times, and Stuart Billy on that occasion. Well, I think there is some due, because the ball must be skidding and slipping. That's the reason these fielders are missing the ball time and again, because you don't see this at this level of play.
Well, if you look at the score, Parth, it's 21, and if you count the number of misfields in the 2 overs, there was 1 overthrow. 5 runs came from that. Then there were 2 runs extra which came in the next over. There was another overthrow, 7 runs. Then a misfield by Varun Aaron at deeper, which went for a boundary, 11 runs. And then right now it was Stuart Billy. So 14 runs of the 23 runs have come from misfields. And now Kane Williamson getting into the act. What a classy cover drive by him. It rushes away to the boundary. 25 for no loss after that. Kane Williamson moves on to 12. What a beautiful shot by the skipper of Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Well, for Sunrisers Hyderabad, it's a positive start from these two. Kane Williamson also getting in on the act. He has been rather inconsistent for SRH, and he'll be looking for some runs here, because he's a very, very good batsman. Kane Williamson leading his side to the final in the previous edition, and a captain also this time around whenever he is there in the squad. So a positive news is that even though there's no Johnny Bairstow for them, Kane Williamson is looking good right at the start in this game.
So it's 26 for no loss, and it has been a really sloppy start by the Rajasthan Royals in the field, and they have failed to keep the pressure on the Sunrisers Hyderabad camp, and that is why you could see the nature of the scorecard is such that the batsmen are dominating at the moment. We spoke with another question related to county cricket, asking us that what is our opinion on Ajinkya Rahane signing a contract with Hampshire County Club. Well, I think it is the right move made by Ajinkya Rahane, because he was still hypothetically thinking that there is an availability for him in the World Cup squad. He was being hopeful, and we all know that he's a classy batsman, and he could have been there in the squad, but he just didn't play enough ODI cricket for him to be there in that squad. And since that squad was announced, that World Cup squad was announced, and his name wasn't there, Ajinkya Rahane noticed that it's better and made the right call, that it's better for me to concentrate on county cricket now, because he's one of the premier test batsmen of India, apart from Chiteshwar Pujara and Virat Kohli. And if he masters himself on English conditions, Australian conditions, then he will be one of the batsmen to look out for. Ajinkya Rahane in county cricket, he signed for Hampshire.
Ajinkya Rahane, for him, the ride has been quite topsy-turvy, because he was a part of the Indian side that was conquering everything on the world cricket scene, and he was the part of the team that won in the Champions Trophy. But the fact that went downhill from him was that he was not consistent with his performances, and a string of bad performances can't be ignored one time, but he was inconsistent throughout the season, so that really hurted his proposition for the place in Indian squad. And there's still a question on the number 4 spot, and Ajinkya Rahane is a great batsman. He can fill up that place, and so can Ambati Raidu, who at one point looked like he was to succeed for the number 4 spot, but things are quite topsy-turvy in the middle order for Indian side, and with MS Dhoni coming at the dusk of his career, it's certainly time for these players to step up and gain some Indian experience in the later part of their career, with because they are also at that position where they need to play consistently for the peak position in the cricketing scene, because many youngsters are coming through. And interesting here from Stephen Smith is that Shreyas Gopal is given the ball. He has bowled a dot of the very first delivery, and Warner takes a single on the next. And now at the strike is Kane Williamson.
The score is now 28 for no loss after 3.2 overs. Tenzin Sugrab is here with us. Mario D'Souza back with us, saying that Hyderabad needs to just swing the bat and aim for the boundary. It is bound to slip through irrespective of a fielder's presence. Well, I think that is the case, Mario, with the way that Rajasthan Royals have started on the field. And if you remember the game against the Chennai Super Kings, if you remember that game, Mario, I think that was the best piece of fielding that we had seen in the IPL this season. The catch that was taken by Ben Stokes, the run out by Jofra Archer and Suresh Raina, the catch taken by Shreyas Gopal at deep mid wicket, the ground fielding by Stuart Billy. It was one of the best pieces of fielding, not only by Rajasthan Royals but in the entire tournament. And now it's the exact opposite of it. So they're on the receiving end this time, the Rajasthan Royals. Score right now is 28 for no loss. A decent start by Shreyas Gopal, just one run coming off the 3 deliveries, and he has impressed one and all. Shreyas Gopal with his bowling, his batting, his fielding, an absolute asset for the Rajasthan Royals. It's just that he hasn't been complimented from the other end. It seemed like Krishnappa Gautam would have been his partner in crime. He bowled quite well in the previous season, but this season he's proved out to be quite expensive, which has led the captain to actually drop him from the remaining of the games. So Shreyas Gopal needs to perform quite well over here once again. And if you talk about the great man, David Warner scored an 85, followed by 69, 100 not out, 10, 15, a 70 not out, 51, 50, 67, 57, and right now he's on 13 not out. So what an amazing tournament this is turning out to be for David Warner.
Whoa.
Oh, but what a delivery by Shreyas Gopal. He bowls a googly to Kane Williamson. It bamboozles him and it strikes the off stump. A big blow for the Sunrise Hyderabad.
Fantastic there from Shreyas Gopal. Time and again this player has made it through the batsman, and this time around it's Kane Williamson, the victim, as he provides the breakthrough for Rajasthan Royals. 1 wicket down, and now we have seen in the IPL that Sunrise Hyderabad struggle as soon as their openers go back, and on this occasion it's Kane Williamson who will have to make the walk back to the pavilion. David Warner is still out there, but it's 28 for 1. Kane Williamson departs on 13 of 14. A brilliant delivery by Gopal, which bowls the off stump off. And now are these red signs for the SRH?
Well, there was no Johnny Bairstow. People were saying that no problem, there is Kane Williamson, but his struggle in the 12th edition of the IPL continues. He gets out for 30 by a chaffer of a delivery by Shreyas Gopal. It's 28 for 1 after 3.4 overs. And you have to praise the lad. What bowling. He's got the likes of Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Kane Williamson dismissed. And he's turning out to be an absolute asset. And it's not long before we see him in Indian colours, I guess. Tenzin Sugram is supporting Sunrise Hyderabad today, though he is a Kolkata Knight Riders fan. And what a tournament is turning out for the Kolkata Knight Riders, Paritosh.
Well, Kolkata Knight Riders have been able to smack the axe on their toes in this season's IPL. They won 4 out of their 5 initial matches, and it's been downhill ever since, losing matches consecutively. It's now 6 losses on a trot for them, and their fans are worried. But in the game in hand, Manish Pandey has announced his arrival with a 4 of the last delivery of Gopal, smacking it down the ground on the log off region. Fantastic from the Indian batsman.
Upendra Upadhyay is here with us. IH Sahin is asking for a live video. Well, you could see the live video in the Hindi Cricket Lounge. We will be presenting you with the score, the live updates. Me, Wali Siddiqui and Paritosh Joshi. Sumit Chandra is saying hello to us. So hi, Sumit. Upendra Upadhyay also praising another one in the comment section, and I'm sure that will carry on for the rest of the evening. Tenzin Sugrab and Mario D'Souza having a conversation of their own, asking each other who they support. Well, Tenzin is definitely supporting Kolkata Knight Riders throughout the tournament, but Mario D'Souza is a big fan of cricket because he's not supporting anyone today. So it's 32 for 1 after 4 overs.
Mario supports cricket.
Yeah.
He's from the side of cricket in this game, and
He's one of those like after a team wins, it's like whatever happens.
cricket wins.
Cricket wins. Cricket ki jeet hui hai. He's one of those. So it's 32 for 1 after 4 overs, and Mario D'Souza is saying that he feels that Mumbai Indians has the potential and the form to claim the title. Well, I agree with him. They have the perfect. They function like a well-oiled machine. You look at the batting lineup, you look at the fielding unit, you look at the bowling lineup. The weakest bowler is Hardik Pandya, who if he would have been in Rajasthan Royals or if he would have been in the Kolkata Knight Riders, he would have been the best bowler. So you can just see the levels between Mumbai Indians and the other teams.
Well, for them, Mumbai Indians, it's a positive sign that all of them are working well, gelling together, because in the previous seasons we have known Mumbai Indians as slow starters. They lose matches on a trot, but this time around they have managed quite well and are almost certain to have a playoff spot. They can even finish in the top 2 and at the top as well. So it's great news for Mumbai Indians fans that their team is performing very well in this season's IPL, and they certainly have a claim for the title along with CSK. Another interesting fact for the Mumbai Indians fans is that they are the only team who have a win percentage above of 50% against CSK. So
They dominated Chennai Super Kings at Chepauk since 2010.
They haven't lost a match at Chepauk since 2012, I guess.
2010.
So I don't remember exactly, but 2012.
So it's been around 8 years. It's been around 9 years, in fact, that the dominance has grown for the Mumbai Indians. But coming back to the game, it's 33 for 1. Manish Pandey was a new batsman to come in, and he struck a beautiful boundary over long off on his very first delivery. So he's on 5 of 2 because he just took a single right now. David Warner on the other end is on 14 after facing 10 deliveries. 4.2 overs having been bowled. The score is 34 for 1. And I'm sure Steve Smith would be quite unimpressed with the way that his fielder started off, because had that Kane Williamson wicket come without any misfields, then the score would have read 12 for 1 or 15 for 1. But now Rajasthan Royals trying to claw their way back into the game. It's Jaydev Vanatkar bowling his first over of the spell, and he starts off really well. The first 3 overs he bowls quite well, but in the final over he gets conceded for 17-18 runs, and then when you look at his 4 over quota, it's 50 runs.
Oh, well, for him, Jaydev Vanatkar, the things have been very, very inconsistent. But in this season's IPL, he has been impressive for them, taking some wickets and certainly justifying his spot in the team. He has been questioned time and again in the media as well for the amount that he was sold for in the auction and this and that. But I don't think that's his fault, because there must be something in that player that every team is bidding for him. That's why the bid is so high by the end of it. And as we were talking about Jaydev Vanatkar, he's been smacked for a 4 in the mid-wicket region by Manish Pandey as he marches on. He's looking like the aggressor between the two, and that isn't usually the case when David Warner is at the other end. So fantastic from Manish Pandey to take the attack back to the Rajasthan bowlers after the wicket of Kane Williamson.
Well, I'm sure he's high on confidence. He played that blinder of a knock against Chennai Super Kings on that really difficult wicket, and it was a short delivery ball by Vanatkar. Manish Pandey pulled it with perfection. He moves on to 9 after facing 3 deliveries. 39 for 1 after 4.4 overs. Dildeep Mehta is saying hello to us. So hi Dildeep, welcome to Sports Classes Cricket Lounge. Mario D'Souza saying that you have analysed my support towards the game of cricket very well. Well, thank you. Well, Mario, we do know you, so not a problem at all. It's 40 for 1 after 4.5 overs. A single taken once again. Warner is on 15 after facing 11 deliveries. Manish Pandey on 10 after facing 4 deliveries. And it is a decent start for the Sunrise Hyderabad. And what do you think would be the average? What do you think will be the predicted score for the Sunrise Hyderabad?
Sunrise Hyderabad would like to at least get around 140-150 on board, because at this pitch even a total of 160 is very difficult. As we know, the Savai Mansingh is known to assist spinners and is a bigger ground than most of the Indian grounds. So around 150-160 at least would be the target for SRH. And if David Warner and Manish Pandey get a big partnership here, they can even go to 170-180 at this point.
Well, a good fielding effort there, a rare good fielding effort there by Rajasthan Royal fielder. It was Ajinkya Rahane who was standing at covers, and he slid over there, and that was a really good fielding effort there. So just a single taken on the last delivery. It's now 41 for 1 after 5 overs. David Warner is on 16 of 12 deliveries. Manish Pandey on the other end is on 10 of just 4 balls. 2 boundaries under his belt. A strike rate of 250 for him. And David Warner on the other end is just playing the street anchor role, and he wouldn't mind with that. It's 41 for 1. 5 overs have been bowled, and it will be an interesting contest. For those of you who are thinking that why did we tune in late? Well, it wasn't a double header today. We do know that it is the weekend, but today it was just the one game between the Rajasthan Royals and the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Tomorrow, Sunday, it will be Super Sunday once again, because we will bring forward to you 2 games, but we'll get back to this game. We'll talk about them in detail. Right now it's 44 for 1 and 3 runs taken over there, but wasn't it risky?
Well, very risky, but David Warner, he is known to take some risks, as he took it on the very first ball, running 3 runs. As Manish Pandey, he must be questioning the strategy behind that, because he ran a very slow first run, and 3 runs on that occasion was very, very difficult. Manish Pandey knew that the throw would be coming in to the side of David Warner, so he was calm and composed, while David Warner had to just blast off the crease as soon as he reached there. And it's 44 for 1 after 5.1 overs. A good start for them, as the last over of the power play is being bowled by O'Shane Thomas, and a brilliant bouncer on that occasion to Manish Pandey, which was just pulled by Manish Pandey without even looking at the ball, so that shocked him on that occasion.
Well, he did manage to get underneath the ball in spite of not making eye contact with the white leather, but coming back to the double header tomorrow. Well, the first game will be between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore at the Firozshah Kotla. We will be there at 3:50 p.m. Match starts at 4 p.m. And the second game will be between the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Mumbai Indians, which starts at 8 p.m. We'll preview the match from 7:50 p.m. So it will be Super Sunday once again for them. And Wali Siddiqui, Paritosh Joshi, as well as Karthikeya Sinha will be there. So make sure that you're there tomorrow as well. Coming back to today's game, it's 45 for 1 after 5.2 overs. Hyderabad, it was Rajasthan who had won the toss as they elected to field first. David Warner is on 19 after facing 14 deliveries. Manish Pandey is on 11 after facing 5. And Mohammad Sohail Ansari is here with us saying hi. And he does that on several occasions, that he writes hi on 5 separate occasions. Let's just see how many times he writes it this time. 4 times. Okay, so that's it, I guess. And the score is now
quite enthusiastic listener of ours. And with that, the score is 46 for 1 after 5.4 overs. David Warner is on 20 of 15 deliveries, and Manish Pandey, well, he's scoring at a rate of above 211 for him on 5 deliveries. Positive start from him, and we'll have to wait and see how far this partnership between them carry, as Manish Pandey is the one again who has smacked O'Shane Thomas for a 4 through the cover region. And what a shot that was from Manish Pandey.
Well, he's not looking to stop anytime soon, and yes, he was there. There was a trigger movement on the front foot, but he noticed that it was back of a length, so he just moved away his leg and cut it, in fact, square right towards the cover region with a really good shot played by Manish Pandey. The score now is 50 for the loss of 1 wicket. Another beautiful cut shot played, but there is a fielder starting at deep point. It's Jaydev Unadkat who does the duties over there, picks up the ball, restricts the 3 runs and just gives away 1. So it's 51 for 1 after 6 overs. A good power play for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. I'm pretty sure that they will be quite happy with it. And Gokaran Jayal is supporting Sunrisers Hyderabad. Badal Sarkar is backing, I think, Shakib Al-Hasan, so he's backing Sunrisers Hyderabad. And we were saying that Mohammad Sohail Ansari wrote high on 4 separate occasions. Well, Mario D'Souza has written the 5th high by tagging him high at Mohammad Sohail Ansari. So now 5 highs have been completed by him. And it's 51 for 1 after 6 overs. Manish Pandey on 16, David Warner on 20.
Fantastic start for them after the wicket of Kane Williamson gave Rajasthan the breakthrough, but fantastic recovery on the part of Manish Pandey. He has batted fantastically in whatever time he has had on the pitch, and he'll be looking to get a partnership from here. These two, David Warner and Manish Pandey. Manish Pandey has been looking very, very good right at the start, getting the hold of the ball and smacking a few boundaries for his side. And SRH need someone to fire with David Warner, to stay at the pitch with him, because we've seen, as far as the things go in the IPL for them, as soon as they lose 2-3 wickets, it's downhill from there. Their middle order has failed them time and again, so they don't really want to include too much of the middle order in the longer term of the innings.
Well, it's 51 for 1 after 6 overs. And the good news for Sunrisers Hyderabad is that we were talking about the middle order not clicking, but Manish Pandey now looks in really good form. He played well against the against the Chennai Super Kings in the previous game, and he's playing once again quite well in this game against the Rajasthan Royals. The young Ryan Parag comes on to bowl his first over, and Manish Pandey did play the on drive, and he did try to collect it, the young Ryan Parag, but went on to stumble on top of David Warner. David Warner fell on top of him, and then this secured the single. There was a light banter between the two, but it's all fine. 52 for 1, 6.1, and what an innings he played in the previous game. A knock of 47 runs under pressure against the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Fantastic from the youngster, because we don't often see many youngsters coming on top of the pressure situations, and he was one who was there when his team needed and pulled off a remarkable victory for his side. And in this game also, his side must be looking towards him for some inspiration, because he is known to take wickets time and again for them. And with a partnership brewing between these two, David Warner and Manish Pandey, they certainly need a wicket here to restrict the flow of things.
And Gokaran Narajarel is saying that he feels like he's watching a live match over here. Well, that's just our duty, Gokaran Narajarel. Thank you for tuning into Sports Flashes. Badul Sarkar is asking us if Johnny Bairstow is playing today. Well, Badul, Johnny Bairstow is not playing today. He's on his way to the England cricket team camp for the World Cup, as well as Jofra Archer. He's not there for the Rajasthan Royals. So instead of Johnny Bairstow, it was Kane Williamson who was opening the innings for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Shakib Al Hasan is there as well, and Ridhiman Saha also comes in for them. While if we talk about the changes for Rajasthan Royals, Ashton Turner makes the cut this time around, and Shane Thomas is there too. So no Bairstow and no Jofra Archer. 55 for 1 after 6.4 overs, and it has been a good over bowled by the young Ryan Parag. Just 5 runs coming off the over, all in singles. Warner is on 22 of 17, Manish Pandey is on 19 of 10 deliveries, and David Warner just looking to score another big total over here.
Well, he has made a good start. 17 deliveries, faced 22 runs, and will he go for another big one? That is the question for now. And as things stand, SRH are on 57 for the loss of 1 wicket, and it's 7 overs done, as it's the time for strategic timeout, the first of the evening for SRH and RR. The score is 57 for the loss of 1 wicket. David Warner is at 23 of 18 deliveries, and Manish Pandey is on 19 of 10. We'll also take a short break, and we'll catch you on the other side. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again, onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes.
And welcome back to the live chat with me, Paritosh Joshi, and Wali Siddiqui for the match between Rajasthan Royals and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now, after the strategic timeout in the 3 deliveries, Shreyas Gopal has been brought back by his captain, but Manish Pandey again doing the job for his side, getting a boundary of the 3rd delivery of the 8th over. A single on the first ball by David Warner, a dot on the next, and Manish Pandey gets the hold of the 3rd delivery, cuts it, and a 4 on that occasion for him as his score moves on to 23. He is nearing the score of David Warner, 24, and he has just faced 12 deliveries. So a quite aggressive start from Manish Pandey as he looks to dismantle this Rajasthan side and goes for the boundary again. Will he get it? Yes, he will. And questions now for Rajasthan bowling side as Manish Pandey is ripping this opposition apart. 27 off of 13 from him, and what a start has he given to his side.
Well, the good thing for Manish Pandey is that he's playing proper cricketing shots, and that was another beautiful shot. It was he rode under the back foot and just pulled it towards the mid-wicket region, and 2 boundaries now coming off Shreyas Gopal's over on a consecutive basis, and a single taken sensibly done once again over here by Manish Pandey. He moves to a quick fire 28 of 14 deliveries. David Warner on the other end, he did open the innings, but he's 4 runs away from Manish Pandey. He's on 24 after 19, scores 67 for 1. Rajendra Kumar is a big Mahendra Singh Dhoni fan, and he is expressing his love for MSD. Mohammad Nadeem is here predicting that Sunrisers Hyderabad will score 211. Stanchi Pawar is back with us. She was supporting Chennai Super Kings yesterday. Well, really sorry for you, Stanchi, but I'm sure they'll be back. Hulash Golcha is here with us as well. Karthike Man United. Okay, Karthike Man United is saying hi, Wali and Paritosh sir. We love you. Well, we love you too, Karthike Man United. Hope to see you soon. And he's asking us the score. It's 67 for 1. And Lakshman Yadav is also saying that hello everyone, and wishing us good evening. So all right. And if we talk about the score, it's 67 for 1. A perfect start for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, you feel, Paritosh?
A very good start after the initial wicket of Kane Williamson. That was a big blow for them, and Manish Pandey has looked flawless yet in his innings, because if you've seen closely, he hasn't done any mistakes right now. He has played proper cricketing shots, not losing his composure when under pressure, and scoring boundaries at will against bowlers like Shreyas Gopal and Thomas. So positive start for SRH. 8 overs now done, 67 for the loss of 1 wicket now. And coming to our chit-chat box, Mario D'Souza is saying that Manish Pandey can make a healthy contribution and give the bowling squad a decent total to defend well. He can certainly give a decent total to SRH if he plays on with David Warner, and he has been fantastic throughout this innings. And for them, a certain Ryan Parag is sent in to get Ryan Parag is sent in to get the wicket of anyone between the two. David Warner being the danger man, and Manish Pandey playing the role of the aggressor in this particular innings. So any wicket would be very welcome from the Rajasthan perspective. But these two bat on and a partnership is brewing between them, which is very, very good news for the SRH fans. 8.2 overs now done. 69 for the loss of 1 wicket as Rayan Parag, the youngster, is the one. Will he be the one who provides the wicket for Rajasthan Royals? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, 69 for 1. Manish Pandey just dabs the ball towards the square leg region, takes a single over here, and David Warner on the other end is on 25 after facing 21 deliveries. And if we talk about the score, 71 for 1. 8.3 overs have been bowled. Rayan Parag has been conceded by 8 runs. Karan Singh is saying good evening to all of us. Karthikeyan, Man United, Karan Singh and Jitendra Patel is also here with us, saying that I like both the comment. He likes the commentary over there. And Karthikeyan, Man United, saying that he wants to learn English from us. Well, Karthikeyan, if you're the same Karthikeyan that we're thinking of, then I think we need to learn something from you. And Unnati Pandey, as well as quite a few fans joined in with us. And another boundary by Manish Pandey.
Well, fantastic from the young lad as he marches on, and he's not looking like he'll bog down to any kind of pressure, even from the bowlers like Rayan Parag, as he smacks another to the boundary and will get it again. He is looking fantastic. 39 now up for the young Indian on just 18 deliveries, and he's marching on towards the 50. 79 up on board now for SRH in 8.5 overs and 1 delivery still to go. What do you think will be the result of this?
Well, you never know. Manish Pandey might go for another boundary, or he might do the sensible thing and take a single. Karthikeyan, Man United has written ha ha ha. Well, Karthikeyan, Man United, the good thing is that the spoiler which you got yesterday was false, because I watched the movie today, so do not worry about it. It was false. So you can go and watch the movie. It'll be an enjoyable experience and you'll be heartbroken in the end. But coming back to the score, it's 80 for 1 after 9 overs. Karan Singh is here with us. Unnati Pandey and quite a few fans as well. 80 for 1 after 9 overs of David Warner on 25 of 21 deliveries. Manish Pandey on 39 of 19 deliveries. 7 boundaries coming from his bat. And if you look at it, why those David Warner hasn't struck a boundary till now. That overthrow came. Apart from that, he hasn't struck a boundary.
Well, he's certainly looking to get a look at the bigger picture and stay till the very end, because he knows his role in this particular side. And with Manish Pandey playing the role of the aggressor, he doesn't really need at this point to play some risky shots, while Manish Pandey does the damage for SRH. And as things stand, they are in a very good position, and with that the ball is being given back to a spinner in the Rajasthan camp. And David Warner on the very first ball does the inside out thing, but there is no fielder on that particular area, as Shreyas Iyer just concedes a double on the very first. Shreyas Gopal concedes just a double on the very first delivery. And if you've seen, he has been a very, very good bowler for Rajasthan Royals. He has struck time and again when required for them. And David Warner is struggling at this pitch, whether you say it this way or you say that he's looking to restrict the flow of runs from his side. He is looking to give the strike more to Manish Pandey, but he's certainly struggling at this pitch, and he's not quite used to this kind of pitches. Also, the fact that this particular field has longer boundaries is not helping him, and Manish Pandey is looking quite the opposite, playing the role of the aggressor, very confident on the pitch and smacking the ball at will. On this occasion also, he tries to get to the boundary, but a fielder there on that occasion, he'll only get a single, as David Warner will now make the walk back to the strike.
Well, I think David Warner is just adapting what he did at the Chennai wicket. He's just giving the strike to Manish Pandey as he keeps clobbering the bowlers for boundaries. He's hit 7 boundaries so far. Manish Pandey, the score is 83 for 1. Gokaran Jayal is asking us if there is any app where he can see live. Well, you could always hear us live. Do not worry. Otherwise, if you want to watch, you want to hear it in Hindi, there is a separate feed for that as well. In Sports Flash Hindi, you want to listen in Punjabi, there's a Punjabi feed, English feed, Bangla feed as well. So keep listening to us. We'll keep on updating you. The score is 83 for 1. Karan Singh is here too. Unnati Pandey, Karan Singh and Mario D'Souza are saying that Warner is taking no risks at all. Sensible of him to allow the in-form Pandey to continue with the flogging. Well, I do agree with that. good batting, sensible batting. There is a reason why he's one of the most dangerous batsmen in the world. And even though if he's not hitting the ball with utter belligerence, he's doing the sensible thing by giving the other batsman the strike.
So that is the thing. You have to keep the scoreboard moving. You have to make the runs constantly coming in, and in the end, that is what helps your team, because you'll not always get the boundaries, you'll not always get the sixes, but if runs keep coming in, the pressure will be released time and again. And on the last ball also, they take a single to end the over. 86 now up for SRH, as a very good start continues for them after 10 overs. Fantastic from Manish Pandey as he nears his 50, and David Warner, quite unlikely, is calmer than his usual self, and that is positive news for Rajasthan, because once he gets going, once he goes for the big sixes and fours, it's no stopping the big Aussie.
Well, it's 86 for 1, and you are absolutely right. He's on David Warner is on 29 of 24 deliveries, no boundaries, no sixes so far from him. Manish Pandey on the other end, he's on 42 of 22 deliveries, 7 boundaries coming from the bat, so 32 runs of just boundaries by Manish Pandey. Arvind Gangawal is back with us, saying that Dr. Arvind Gangawal from Dubai is giving his prediction that MI will be the table toppers, and the final will be between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. Well, let me remind you, Arvind Gangawal, Paritosh Joshi is a big Mumbai Indians fan, and I am a Delhi Capitals fan, so we won't be complaining if that does take place, and it will be a really good game.
Yes, and by the end of it, we'll have the trophy.
Yes, we'll have the trophy. The people sitting at Delhi, they will have the trophy. It's 86 for 1 after 10 overs, and now the $1 million baby Jaydev Unadkar is bowling his second over. Short delivery, just cuts it away. David Warner, will it go to the boundary line? So no, he will have to wait once again. 2 runs taken, and good feeling there, the sweeper cover. It's 88 for 1 with that double. And if you talk about Manish Pandey, what a knock he played at Chennai. He scored 83 of those 49 deliveries.
Smacking bowlers all around the park at Chepauk, and we all know what is the potential of this player. A very good batsman. He was the first Indian to score a century in the IPL, and he has been inconsistent, but on this particular occasion he was fantastic, and today also he is looking very good at the pitch. Will he score the big runs again? We'll have to wait and see, as David Warner again, he's struggling to get a boundary here, and now Manish Pandey is on strike after the single on the second delivery. So what will Jaydev Unadkar face? A smack, or will that again go for another single or a double?
Well, he will go for the big shot, I guess. But if you look at his IPL this season, then he barely scored any of the runs in the 7 matches. But if you look at the previous game, 83, and in this game, 42 of 22, these are good signs for the Sunrisers Hyderabad as they head towards the business end of the tournament, as they head towards the playoffs, the finals, if they make it. And his form is quite critical, given the fact that Johnny Bairstow is no longer in the Sunrisers Hyderabad team. He's gone back to England, and a single taken this time around by Manish Pandey. He's on 43, but it is a really valuable knock for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Just when everyone was talking about the middle order not clicking, the Indian contingent not doing enough, Manish Pandey rises up to the occasion and gives David Warner the added assistance. It's now 90 for 1. The partnership between the two is now of 62 from just 40 deliveries. Warner is on 32 after facing 26. Manish Pandey is just 7 runs away from another IPL 50.
Well, fantastic there from Manish Pandey, and if he gets it, it will be consecutive 50s for the Indian batsman, as David Warner continues his struggle to get a boundary, and only a double on that occasion for him. And Jaydev Unadkar, well, he has bowled good for them so far. We'll have to wait and see when David Warner just comes into his own and smacks every bowler around the park. Until then, they'll have to be satisfied with the knock that Manish Pandey is playing. He's playing quite well and is looking very confident on the crease for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. And David Warner, although has not scored any boundaries, he's still on 34 over 27 deliveries. So the great thing is that he's still getting runs even when he's not scoring boundaries, as Jaydev Unadkar bowls the 5th ball and a dot on that occasion. And David Warner trying so hard to get a boundary. He tries to smack that one but misses the plot altogether, as Jaydev Unadkar registers a dot on the 5th delivery. Last ball of the over now, and David Warner would face that. He'll again go for the boundary, I guess, because he's desperate to get a few quick runs under his belt. He has done the hard work, he has done the running, and he now wants some boundaries to his name. And this is quite unlike David Warner. Although he's a smart cricketer, we don't really see him scoring at the rate that he is right now. And Karthike is asking David Warner, David Winner. Well, David Warner is certainly not looking like David Warner at the moment. And
David Warner is playing a really good knock over there, but David Wiener is being protected by the abdomen guard at the moment. So if you talk about the score, it's 93 for 1. And Unnati Pandey, Devinder Singh is here with us. Ashok Kumar with some funny emoticons as well. Fahad Lashari has joined the conversation as well. It's 93 for 1 after 11 overs. And by the way, even if you look at it, he hasn't struck a boundary, but he's still playing a good knock because of just 29 deliveries, he's on 35. So just imagine if he had boundaries or sixes under his belt.
Well, that is for the imagination, but he's done the hard work. He's taking the doubles and the 3 runs. He's running hard, but certainly not connecting very well and not middling the ball as much as he likes, and not playing like the David Warner we used to see on the cricket field. And coming back to our chat box, there's Fahad Lashari also with us, and Karan Singh is also joined in. Devendra Singh Duhan. Devendra Singh Duhan is also with us, and he's saying hi to us and thanking us for the commentary. Well, it's not commentary, it's a live chit chat session, and thank you for the appreciation. For the match, Stuart Billy has been brought in by the captain. He has played 93 matches, 22 wickets to his name, and economy of around 7.66. So he is one player who has been quite good for them this season around when he got the chance. A fantastic coming into form from his side, because we don't really see Stuart Billy performing on the cricket field like he is doing in this season's IPL. And David Warner, for him the struggles continue as he is still not able to score a boundary. Sad part for SRH, as they usually call David Warner by the name of I'm forgetting what the nickname for David Warner is right now. David Warner is called Anna Warner.
Yeah, David
Warner Mia is the name for him, and Kane Anna is what they call their captain, Kane Williamson. And Manish Pandey goes down the ground, and a 4 for him. He moves on to 47, and in just 24 deliveries. Well, what a knock is he playing, trying to get, he's just continuing from where he left against CSK and scoring brilliantly for his side, as Stuart Billy can just watch that ball travelling to the boundary on that occasion.
Well, it was an over-pitch delivery bowled by Stuart Billy and by a cross seam, and Manish Pandey just stepped down the wicket and played it along the carpet. What a beautiful shot that was. And this time he plays an uppercut. Will that go for a boundary as well? It doesn't. Good fielding effort there by Ashton. Stopped a certain boundary over there. So just 2 runs taken by Manish Pandey. And what a blinder of a knock is this man playing. He's now on 49 of 25 deliveries. The score is now 99 in 11.2 overs. And Pravind Kumar, yes, it was Ashton Turner who made the fielding efforts. Israel Hussain, Pravin Kumar, Sachin Kumar, SK Mehra, Karan Singh, everyone is here with us, and it's 101 for 1 after 11.3 overs. Manish Pandey now on 49. Does he take the single over here? No, he doesn't, so he'll have to wait for his 50.
Well, he'll wait for his 50, but I want to correct you on one part, that it was not Ashton Turner but Livingstone on that occasion who saved. And look at the strike rate of this lad, 188. Manish Pandey, at what pace is he playing? He's been sensational in the previous game against CSK, and he's again looking to get the score to a big one for SRH. 101 now up on board in just 11.4 overs, as Manish Pandey is very near his 50. He tries to get a single, but will he get it? Yes, he will. And another 50 from Manish Pandey in just 27 deliveries. What a knock has he played. He came after David Warner and has certainly taken the reins from him and scoring boundaries at will against these bowlers. He has picked this side apart, and a fantastic knock from him means that the total will now move on to 102. And what a knock is this guy playing right now.
And the positive thing for Manish Pandey is that there have been risks taken by him, but all of them have been calculated risk. No extravagant shots, not too adventurous. He was picking his spots, he was looking at the gap, and he played proper cricketing shots over there. And that is what Manish Pandey could do once he's on form. I remember one of his innings when he used to play for the Kolkata Knight Riders. It was in the finals. against the Kings 11 Punjab, if I'm not mistaken. He scored 90 odd runs to win the game for Kolkata Knight Riders, and they also lifted the trophy. So he is that one sensible player, and how could we forget that innings against Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground? He scored his debut. He scored his 100 on debut. On debut, was it his second game? He scored 103 and won India the game while chasing over 300.
Oh, well, he was fantastic whenever he got a chance, but the inconsistency, that is one factor that has hurt every player who has played for Indian side, and that's the reason the middle order looks quite shaky for the Indian side. But coming back to the IPL, he has been very, very good in the previous two games, as we've seen in this game and the previous against Chennai, and he's a fantastic fielder. We all know that. He is very, very good on the field, and with now consistency coming to his batting, he's certainly one aspect that needs to look upon by the selectors of the Indian side, because he's one player who can absolutely take the game away from the opposition on his day. The only fact that is hurting his chances of a place in the squad, that he was given a chance and he missed and he flopped it. Will he get another one here? But as we speak, David Warner has tried to go for...
What a catch taken by Steve Smith! Oh my word, what a brilliant catch taken by Steve Smith. I thought that was going to no man's territory, but it's Steve Smith who was running behind from covers, and he took a blinder of a catch to dismiss his countryman David Warner, and now it's 103 for 2. Please describe the catch, Paritosh.
What on earth was that? As David Warner tried to go to the long off region and miscued the short top edge. Stephen Smith was running backwards, and he still was able to get a hold of that, diving, just reaching it on time and dismissing his compatriot David Warner in the process. 37 now for David Warner as he departs after a brilliant catch from Stephen Smith. The total now for Hyderabad is 103 for the loss of 2 wickets, with O'Shane Thomas now striking for Rajasthan Royals.
Well, it's 103 for 2, but what a catch that was by Rajasthan Royals skipper David. In fact, it was Steve Smith. Praveen Kumar is here with us, and Sachin Kumar, SK Chandra Bandari is saying that Manish Pandey is in really good form. Tenzing saying that I love watching Manish Pandey bat. He's playing like a king today. Superb 50. Mario D'Souza saying that Manish needs to keep his calm and not get too carried away. Once again, the temperament is the big factor over here. And Fahad Lashari is asking us that who's playing tomorrow. Well, tomorrow it's a double header. So the first game will be at 4 p.m. We'll be live from 3:50 p.m. and the first game will be between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore at the Firozshah Kotla, and the second game will be at 8 p.m. between the Mumbai Indians and the Kolkata Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens. So do tune in tomorrow as well. And coming back to today's game, it's a 103 for 2. David Warner was the last man to get dismissed, and it was a really big wicket taken over here by the Rajasthan Royals, because had David Warner continued for a few more overs, we do know that he didn't strike a boundary over there, but once he could have got into the mix of things, then he would have made life difficult for the Rajasthan Royals. 103 for 2. Vijay Shankar, the new batsman, in for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and now it's time for him to perform as well, because it's been quite disappointing so far for Vijay Shankar.
Well, so far things have been quite shaky for him, but Stephen Smith was fantastic on the field, and SRH now are at a very crucial stage, because Manish Pandey was looking good, but will Vijay Shankar now certainly accompany Manish Pandey with the bat, as O'Shane Thomas, well, he had looked dangerous in his previous 2 overs as well, and finally getting the hold of David Warner, who was looking quite disrupted on the field today, was not able to score boundaries, and his struggle at the pitch was ended by his compatriot Stephen Smith taking a brilliant catch. And for Rajasthan, things look up now, as one more wicket from here, and the pressure would certainly be on this SRH side.
Well, it's 105 for 2, 106 for 2 with that single now. 12.4 overs have been bowled. Manish Pandey is on 52 of 29. Shankar is on just a 1. And That catch by Steven Smith has to go into the Vivo Perfect Catch, one of the categories to win you the award after the end of the tournament. Pravind Kumar is here with us. Ram Maurya is back with us. He's a bit late over here, but he is back. He's asking us where Karthikeya Sinha is. Karthikeya Sinha will be back tomorrow for the double header, so don't you worry, Ram Maurya. But it's Wari Siddiqui and Paritosh Joshi who are here with us. And who else? What else is the score? It's 106 for 2 after 12.4 overs. The current run rate is of 8.37. Vijay Shankar is on 1 after facing 1 delivery. Manish Pandey is on 52 of 29 balls. So now the Sunrisers Hyderabad must, if they get the big wicket of Manish Pandey over here, then I think they might be able to restrict 20 to 30 runs.
Well, they would be able to restrict some runs. But Vijay Shankar, his side must have told him that he needs to stay on the pitch for long, accompany Manish Pandey till the end, because if Manish Pandey plays till the very last ball, the total for SRH could be well over 170, and they know they are in a strong position, and Vijay Shankar would certainly need to play with some sense. And as things stand, it's 107 for the loss of 2 wickets after 13 overs. O'Shane Thomas on that occasion getting the wicket of David Warner, and was fantastic for his side. And Manish Pandey, he'll continue his breathtaking batting on the pitch, and Vijay Shankar will have to wait and see how he performs, as he has not been good with the bat for his side in this season's IPL. His side needs him. Will he step up to the task? All will be told as the proceedings go.
It's a 107 for 2. Devendra Singh Duhan is requesting us to keep this commentary in the future also. Well, Devendra, we promise you we'll be there in the ICC Cricket World Cup as well. So stay tuned to Sports Flashes. Ram Maurya once again inviting us to his wedding, which is on June 17th. So we'll make sure, we'll try our best to be there, Ram Maurya. Anish Ambani is back with us, who doesn't support Mumbai Indians, who has never supported Mumbai Indians with that name. It's quite surprising to say the least, and he's supporting the Rajasthan Royals today once again. Pravind Kumar, Tantu Mehta, Rock Bisht is here with us as well, and the score is 107 for the loss of 2 wickets. The first wicket to fall was that of Kane Williamson. He departed for 13. The second wicket was that of David Warner, who departed for 37. So both the openers for the Sunrisers Hyderabad are now back in the hut, and 7 overs remain in the game. If you talk about the last 4 overs, then 28 runs have come off from the bat, but it's Manish Pandey who's done the bulk of the damage with the bat for SRH. Ryan Parag, the 17-year-old spinner, now comes on to bowl another over in this game. Vijay Shankar moves to the back foot and just flicks it toward deep mid-wicket and takes a single. It's 108 for 2 with that single.
With that, the total will move on, but Steven Smith, he faced some injury there while taking the catch, as he was some tape was put on his elbow, and that is not good for the Rajasthan side, as he is the captain of the side, and he is looking very, very good on the field. He'll have to continue with the bat if they need to chase a big total, because right now SRH look like they are on course to a big total here at the Savai Mansingh. And with that, Ryan Parag is bowling his third ball of his third over, and that will be pushed for a single by Vijay Shankar, as Manish Pandey is back on strike.
Lakshman Yadav asking us what the score is. Well, it's 110 for the loss of 2 wickets after 13.3 overs. Manish Pandey, the batsman on strike, who just scored his 50 in the previous over, will be facing Ryan Parag, and has played the lofted shot. Will there be a fielder? Well, there was a fielder, but it went on the one bounce towards him, so he's safe. Just the 1 run taken over there. Shreyas Gopal was a fielder over there. It's 111 for the loss of 2 wickets after 13.4 overs, and he has looked like an impressive prospect, Ryan Parag. He played a really good knock against the Mumbai Indians as well. Let's not forget, he scored 46-47 in that match as well. He played a really good knock against the Kolkata Knight Riders too, and he won the game for the Rajasthan Royals. So he's turning out to be a really impressive youngster for the Rajasthan Royals, and I'm sure that he'll get another opportunity today. Will he be able to replicate those performances today? We'll just have to wait and watch. It's 112 for 2.
And Ryan Parag, well, he has been fantastic for his side, and as well he said, we'll have to wait and see how they fare in the second innings, but after 14 overs, the score is now 113 for 2. Manish Pandey is still at the pitch for SRH as he continues his brilliant scoring run, and Vijay Shankar is accompanying him at the moment. Well, coming back to our chit-chat box, it's Govind Rana who is saying hello to us. Well, hello and welcome to our live chit-chat session. Ram Maurya is also with us, and Mario D'Souza is saying that Ryan Parag is trying his arm against the form of Pandey. Well, Manish Pandey, when he's on song, nobody is able to dismiss him very easily, and he is quite looking good in this particular match. Good observation from you, Mario, is that Manish Pandey is very high on confidence right now after the knock against CSK, and another 50 for him on a trot will certainly only boost his confidence as things proceed for SRH in the IPL. They will need batsmen like him to step up, because Johnny Bairstow and Kane Williamson will certainly also be back with his team for the camp, and they need players like him to step up and play well for their side, because it's now coming towards the business end. And Manish Pandey on that occasion over Shreyas Gopal, but he miscued that shot. I think there was a S there.
Well, there was a bottom edge, but lucky for Manish Pandey that it did go in Shreyas Gopal's palm. So just a single taken, 114 for 2. Ram Maurya asking us that if Karthik sir will be there tomorrow. Well, I promise you he will be there tomorrow, so just wait and watch. Avi Buzari is saying that good batting by Manish Pandey. Sumita Sahu and Anish Ambani is here with us as well, liking the chit-chat session between me and Paritosh Joshi. And Sahyam is here too. 115 for 2 after 14.2 overs. If you talk about the score for both the team, for both the players who are batting on the crease, it's 56 for Manish Pandey of 33 deliveries, 8 boundaries under his belt. Vijay Shankar, who's just fresh on the crease, has scored a 6 of 7 deliveries. Another single taken by Manish Pandey gives the strike back to Vijay Shankar. Played that towards the cover region, and now the Rajasthan Royals are keeping it slightly tight. Dinesh Kumar saying that Dinesh Kumar is asking us to take his name. Well, Dinesh Kumar, don't you worry, we're taking your name. I thought you were writing good night. Why were you writing good night? We should say hello to you. It's good evening. So welcome to the Cricket Lounge at Sports Flashes. This is Varis Siddiqui and Paritosh Joshi, and the score is 117 for 2.
Well, Manish Pandey, he's on strike now, and Shreyas Gopal, well, he was the one who provided them with a breakthrough when needed. Will he be able to get the better of Manish Pandey, as he's looking on solve, 57 off of just 34 deliveries, and if he continues till the very end, it will be very, very difficult for Rajasthan to chase the total. And Manish Pandey goes for the covers and gets a 4 on that occasion. Brilliant from him, and fantastic innings continue for him. 61 now up for Manish Pandey.
A good shot once again by Manish Pandey. Came down the track, played it over extra cover. It's a beautiful boundary by Manish Pandey. And if you look at that, Shreyas Gopal is now being put under pressure. And it's a really good shot over here. And you could see it's 121 for 2 after 14.5 overs. Vijay Shankar is a man on strike. And has it been bowled? Has the batsman been bowled, or is it a stumping appeal? Well, there is a big appeal by Samson.
I think there's a hit wicket there on that occasion. I don't know what has happened. So sure. Quite confusing the scenes here at the Savai Mansingh, as nobody knows what went down, and the bowler is confused himself. We'll have to wait for the third umpire to see what has happened on that occasion. And Sanju Samson, well, he is the wicketkeeper. At least he should know what has happened. He is also looking clueless at the moment.
Well, 121 for 215 overs have been bowled. There has been a third umpire that has been taken, and
I think it was Sanju Samson who hit the wicket, and Steven Smith even figured that it was not out. I don't know what the end result would be, but it's looking quite good for SRH if it's not out.
It's the spirit of the game displayed by Steven Smith a year ago. It was the other way around. Once we remember that sandpaper gate, but well, whatever happens for a reason. And I think
it's in, and he's safe at the moment.
Well, did it go in the air or did it not? It's confusing to see. I think it's in, or is it out? Out, it's out. Yes, his
foot was in the air, and
big wicket, big blow for the Rajasthan Royals.
Well, very poor on that occasion from Vijay Shankar. Manish Pandey, it's a big wicket for Rajasthan Royals that Manish Pandey would be walking back to the pavilion, and the interesting thing is that third umpire didn't look from other angle. Well, quite early the decision from him. It was caught behind as well. What was the need for that? I don't know. And
what was happening?
Fantastic innings come to an end for Manish Pandey. Is a 61 from 36, stumped by Samson and bowled by Gopal. And he is the one who gets the breakthrough for Rajasthan Royals when needed. It's 15 overs done, 121 for the loss of 3 wickets, and it's time for a strategic timeout.
121 for 3 and 10 with an interesting comment here asking us that what do you have to say about the people who chat about anything but cricket? Well, what do I say to the people who are chatting about everything else and not cricket? Well, there are platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You could talk on that. Why chat on a public platform? Why make it visible to the entire world? You're clever enough, you're wise enough, you're grown adults. Please make the right choice. Anish Ambani is also praising Stuart Pandey over here. We have Paritosh Joshi, but we'll just take a short break, Paritosh.
Well, we'll have to take a short break and come back to get back to you. It's Vijay Shankar who is at the pitch as Manish Pandey has walked back. And the score now is 121 for the loss of 3 wickets after 15 overs. We'll take a short break and get back to you ASAP. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Pandey finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
And welcome back to the live chit-chat session at Sports Flashes with me, Paritosh Joshi and Wali Siddiqui. And with the departure of Manish Pandey, the responsibility now lies on Vijay Shankar and Shakib Al Hasan, the experienced all-rounder from Bangladesh. And right of the mark is he, and a close call there on that occasion. Sanju Samson almost got his hands wrapped around that, and brilliant that he is still at the pitch. Vijay Shankar, a single on that occasion. Shakib Al Hasan will be facing his first ball, and he'll defend it for a dot there. But what a close call there, and Sanju Samson almost got his hands on that delivery from Varun Aaron. And the dismissal of Manish Pandey, well, that would hurt SRH very much, because he was looking very good on the pitch, and it was very cheaply that he was dismissed, and he was also caught behind on that occasion.
Notice that, so he was out either way.
Maybe that's the reason that it was given out, that you are gone both ways, stumped or caught. So Shakib Al Hasan now getting it over the fielder on the mid-wicket area, and he'll only register a single or a double on that occasion, and his score is now 2 off of 2. Vijay Shankar, both the batsmen are new to the pitch, and they'll certainly have to have a partnership before going for the big ones. It's 15.3 overs done, 124 for 3 now up on board, as Shakib Al Hasan will now face the fourth delivery of the third over from Varun Aaron.
But once again, we'll have to praise the way Shreyas Gopal has bowled today, Paritosh. 4 overs, 30 runs, 2 wickets. The first one was of Kane Williamson, who was looking quite set. He scored 13. He got 2 boundaries under his belt. Then he bowled a googly, beautiful googly, which rattled his off stump. And the second one was of Manish Pandey, who played a blinder of a knock of 61 in fact of 36 deliveries. Was looking quite solid in the crease. Getting his wicket against the run of play was an important one for the Rajasthan Royals. And this lad, Shreyas Gopal, just keeps on impressing. Sachin Kumar is talking about the dew factor. Well, there might be dew in the second innings as well. Kuldeep Dubey predicting an SRH win. Sachin Kumar also predicting an SRH win. Ram Moria thinks that Hyderabad will lose the game today. Tenzing is supporting SRH, and Mario D'Souza is saying what a disappointing innings, what a disappointment by Manish Pandey, I guess, the way he got out.
Well, certainly, because as the rate at which he was scoring runs didn't look like that he will be going back so early. But what are we seeing here? An utter collapse of this batting proposition as Vijay Shankar tries to go for the mid-wicket boundary, but a fantastic catch taken on that occasion by Jaydev Unadkat, as Vijay Shankar will now depart. 8 off of 10 deliveries from him, and the Savai Mansingh is now waving the pink flag, and with that it's red alarms all around Savai Mansingh for SRH, as yet again collapse from the middle order continues for SRH.
And Vijay Shankar has been quite disappointing this season for the Sunrise Hyderabad. We do remember his one knock of 41 runs of 24 deliveries against the Kolkata Knight Riders he played, but he's been quite disappointing. And it's 125 for 4, and once again getting out in similar manner. If you look at the game against Chennai Super Kings, he was caught at mid-wicket, a slower delivery, it was bowled, and the way he bats, I think there is something, there is a technical flaw over here, which it's better that we don't get into it, but the power that needs to be generated off the bat while hitting a 6, I think he needs to take a lesson from Hardik Pandya or so, because he's got the proper build, he has the physicality, and he can clear the boundary if he wants to, but disappointing. Once again, he's dismissed for just 8 of 10 deliveries, 125 for 4 after 15.5 overs. Rajasthan Royals are truly back into the game, taking 3 wickets of David Warner, Manish Pandey and Vijay Shankar in quick succession. Varun Aaron now picks his first wicket. 2.45 overs have been bowled and 1 wicket has been taken. And the new batsman in, it's Deepak Hooda, who has failed to impress this time around, hasn't contributed much. But let's be honest, Paritosh, when we go to the World Cup, I do not want to see Vijay Shankar come at number 4, and I want KL Rahul to be the standout number 4 batsman for Team India.
Well, KL Rahul can be one player who will certainly be considered for the number 4 spot, but with the knock of 97 in the previous game by Dinesh Karthik, he has also backed his claim for a spot in the side, as he can also contribute with the wicket keeping when required. If there's a chance that Dhoni gets injured or he is to be given rest, Dinesh Karthik would be the player to go to. And KL Rahul, well, he has been quite good for the Kings 11 Punjab also in this IPL, but the only thing that has not worked in his favour is his form away from the Indian subcontinent. We have seen time and again KL Rahul has been very inconsistent when it came to overseas series. So don't you think that KL Rahul still is a prospect that is in the process of growing, and he certainly needs at least 1 year to properly function for the number 4 spot? Well,
if you talk about the contention that he's been in the Indian team, he's been there since 2016 and now it's 2019, so that's 3 levels of 3 years of senior cricket, and I think he is ready over there. And if you throw any individual in the deep end of the pool, then that would be the best possibility for you to learn and come out as a much better player. So I think KL Rahul, with the way that he bats, he has shots all across the park. He plays towards the off, he can play on the back foot, he can play towards the leg side region. But we'll talk about that, and that's a missed opportunity by Varun Aaron. It would have been another outstanding catch taken by the Rajasthan Royals. He was standing at short fine leg. It was Shakib Al Hasan who tried to paddle it towards the fine leg region, and a full stretch dive dive by Varun Nair and failed to collect the ball over there. So Shakib survives. Otis Mahabir is here with us. Ram Moria is asking us our names. Well, it's Wali Siddiqui and Paritosh Joshi Ram Moria. And Otis Mahabir is also saying that those who do not talk cricket are here till the end of the game. They support the chat. Well, I do understand that, Otis, and they also do talk a little about cricket. Well, they do compliment each other, they do show their affection towards one another, but at the same time also ask us about the score. So that's a balanced proposition.
That's a balanced proposition, but you can take your private conversations to private platforms. That's all we have to say, as Deepak Hooda will be facing his first delivery, and another wicket down for SRH as Jaydev Unadkat runs and pumps and thumps the air with his fist. Deepak Hooda on that occasion, an easy chance for Jaydev Unadkat to get a cotton ball to his name. A fantastic stretch from the bowler to get to the ball, but he'll be disappointed. Deepak Hooda, a golden duck on that occasion. On the very first delivery that he faced, he has been unable to score some runs yet again for his side, as the middle order collapse of SRH continues and the struggles continue for them in the middle order. As soon as the openers depart, as we were saying earlier, their struggles are there. It is exposed time and again, and 127 for 5 after 16.2 overs. Unadkat strikes, and it's now red flags all around for this SRH camp.
Well, was it Deepak Hooda batting, or was it Ashton Turner in disguise? Because that was a golden duck by him, a cotton ball by Jaydev Unadkat, a slow delivery ball outside the off stump. He tried navigating the ball towards short mid wicket, but it top edged, and a catch taken by one hand by Jaydev Unadkat. So it's 127 for 5, and it's been a horrible period for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. At one stage they were cruising when a 60-odd run partnership between David Warner and Manish Pandey was looking strong, and we were questioning why David Warner is playing so sluggishly. Well, we'll get back to that. It's the return of Riddhiman Saha. He's playing. He's out there to bat. So still quite a bit of batting left for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's 128 for 5. Takes a single on the very first delivery. So now I guess we know why David Warner was playing so sluggishly in the middle.
well, as things stand, it's very difficult for SRH now to get the total we were talking about. There was certainly a time that when even a total of 180, 190 was possible for SRH, but with the consecutive wickets and frequent wickets getting back to the pavilion, it's very, very difficult now for them to post around 160 or upwards of that. Great catch there on that occasion by Jaydev Unadkat. Full stretch from him, and just gets his hands on the ball, single arm, and he is delighted with that wicket. A fantastic catch on that occasion. Fantastic delivery to rattle Deepak Hooda on the very first ball, as Riddhiman Saha, who is making his comeback into the side, will have to accompany Shakib Al Hasan till the very end if they are to post a good total, which they will feel confident about. And SRH, the struggles for them in this season's IPL has been the middle order, and in this match also it has been proven that as soon as the initial wickets go back to the pavilion, it's like one follows the other. You go, I'll go with you. And that is not what champion teams do. They were fantastic last time around, SRH, topping the table and going to the final. But what has happened to this team this time around? Middle order looks shaky time and again when it is exposed, and that is not good for any side.
In spite of having such a deep batting lineup, their middle order just keeps failing to impress in the Vivo IPL. And if you talk about the fall of wickets, the second wicket fell at the score of 103. David Warner was departed for 37 runs. The third wicket went for 121. The fourth went for 125, and the fifth went for 127. So you could just see the bulk of wickets taken under 10 runs by the Rajasthan Royals is impeccable. We have to praise the Rajasthan Royals bowlers and the fielders as well. But it has been the story of the season so far for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Meanwhile, Shakib Al Hasan dances down the track, plays a shot over Deepak Chakra with just a single taken. 131 for 5 after 17 overs, and Rajasthan Royals will be mighty pleased with the way how things have turned now in their favour.
Well, certainly, because at one point they looked at a target of 180 or 170 at least, and now with the comeback that has been done by their bowlers, and it's not just one bowler, every bowler has picked a wicket or so that is positive news. Only Shreyas Gopal is the one with 2 wickets, and 3 other bowlers getting a wicket to their name is fantastic for them. And with the overs of
Shreyas Gopal has been done and dusted. He's bowled 4 overs.
with the overs of O'Shane Thomas.
Right.
And Rayan Parag left. They certainly have some bowlers with also Varun Aaron. He is also having one over to spare. So good things for Rajasthan Royals is that these two batsmen are comparatively new to the pitch and they can put on the pressure and get the total to around 150-140. That is good for their side because Ajinkya Rahane is back in form and Sanju Samson was good for them in this season's IPL and they were looking confident, good with the batting. But the breakthrough star of this side is Rayan Parag, who is the youngster, and they'll certainly back themselves to chase down a total around 145. If these two play some fantastic shots in the rest of the 3 overs, things will be very difficult for the chasing side because it's comparatively a bigger ground. And what do you have to think about it? What do you think as a appropriate total as the chasing side?
I think with the way Hyderabad were batting over here, 165 would have been a really decent total because it's not that hard of a wicket. Well, there is a hint of turn, but let's be honest, it's not that difficult to bat on over here. We saw in the previous game between the Delhi Capitals and Rajasthan. It is a big ground, but if you remember the game, Rajasthan scored 193 and Delhi chased that with quite ease. So you need to go at least beyond 165, 170 to be quite certain.
Well, the good thing about this is that we've seen a hint of dew time around because of the heat that Rajasthan has. Humidity is a common factor and that doesn't help the bowling side in the later innings. That is good news for the batting side because once the ball reaches the outfield time and again, it will get a little wet and it will get easier to hit, and that will be very positive for SRH, and Rajasthan will have to chase it down very easily. If they get initial boundaries in the first few overs, they will have to score good in the power play to certainly back their claim. And Thomas has bowled a wide. Well, we were praising him for his bowling and he's giving away extra runs. We were talking about extra runs right at the start. They were overthrows and other things, but only 4 runs have been scored in the extras, so after that they have been tight on field.
So you can just see, had those overthrows and midfield not been in equation, then you could just cut short 15 more runs and it would have been close to 115, 110, you never know. But coming back to the comment section, Tenzing is saying that we get to see SRH's middle order collapse once again. It is too weak. Mario D'Souza saying that Wali Siddiqui and Paritosh Joshi, it seems that the temperament factor is the root cause of the panic and they have been erratic, I feel. Well, I think that has been the case. Once you get that mental block, for example, when we talk about Delhi Capitals, when they go close to that target, they do the difficult business quite easily, and when they have to do the easy stuff, when they have to score 20 of 20, they make it a messy situation. Similarly, when we talk about Sunrise Hyderabad, they have a deep batting lineup, but when people from social media and the experts say, meanwhile, it's a big pull shot played by Riddhiman Saha, will it be another catch?
And it's dropped right on the boundary by Shreyas Gopal and very, very close on that occasion. So some runs for Hyderabad and some respite for them, as well as a fantastic opportunity has been missed by Rajasthan Royals.
It was scooped by Riddhiman Saha, the fine leg fielder. It was Shreyas Gopal. It wasn't as easy, but he shouldn't have taken it with the kind of way that he fields the ball. But if you talk about once again the mental block, everyone is talking about how weak the middle order is, and once that surfaces within the mind. But that's another wicket. We'll get to that topic once again. The last time it was dropped, but this time it's taken. This time by Riddhiman Saha. He went for the pull once again. Riddhiman Saha, top edge, and an easy catch for the wicketkeeper Sanju Samson.
Now SRH are in deep trouble there, as Riddhiman Saha, who was making a comeback into the side, also departs. Shakib Al Hasan is the only warrior left here, but Rashid Khan can also bat. We've seen time and again in the IPL. Will he be the one who will accompany Shakib Al Hasan, or Bhuvneshwar Kumar will come on?
Paritosh, you could just see the middle order is so weak and so unstable that they are not allowing us to complete our topic over here. So you can just see he's given 2 opportunities.
One wicket after the other, and Riddhiman Saha also makes the walk back into the hut.
So once that thing surfaces that you have a weak middle order, you're shaky, you see that on social media, you see people talking about it, that goes into the head of those batsmen.
Well,
that
certainly
is exactly what's happening over
it does. And you were talking about the Delhi proposition being shaky time and again, not being able to close in the games, not being able to finish things off at ease. Well, a lot of it comes down to the amount of playoffs you have been to, the amount of qualifiers, because what it does is it certainly, yes, the winning mentality is one factor that it certainly impersonates on the brains of the players.
And that's why Mumbai always make a remarkable comeback, because they have that winning mentality.
Because they know that when you do it once, you certainly know that you are capable of doing it, making comeback. And I was right, Rashid Khan has been sent in to accompany Shakib Al Hasan, and the one ball of that over, the last delivery is being has been declared the dot after Rashid Khan just left it for the taking of the wicketkeeper. Gerald Coutinho is also with us on our live chit chat. Well, very, very warm welcome, Gerald, because he is one of the few avid listeners of ours, and he has been consistently being tuning into our channel. Sachin Kumar is saying that Pandey ji, well, Pandey ji has gone back to the pavilion after the dismissal by Sanju Samson, and he scored brilliant innings when he was playing, but the slower one from Shreyas Gopal certainly he wasn't able to read that and gave away his wicket in the process. Well, and as soon as he left the pitch, it has been one after the other the case for SRH. They have lost wickets at quick intervals, and as things stand, it's just 2 overs remaining, and the total is now 137 for 6 wickets. 2 overs, they'll at least go for 150-155 from here on, as Shakib Al Hasan pulls one, but there's a fielder on that occasion, as Shreyas Gopal emphatically throws the ball back towards the bowler, and he is erratic. Shakib Al Hasan is also back into the heart. 9 off of 10 deliveries as Rajasthan continue a remarkable comeback late on with fantastic wickets, one after the other, and this time it's Shakib Al Hasan who is victimized by the bowlers, not being able to get enough power on it, going for the mid-wicket boundary, but Shreyas Gopal coming underneath it, easily taking the catch, and then erratic the response from Rajasthan Royals. They were taken to the cleaners by Manish Pandey, but they have made a strong comeback into this game, and another wicket down. 137 for 7, 18.1 overs done, and SRH, well, their woes with the middle order continue.
Well, they're all over Sunrise Hyderabad at this point, because if we talk about the last 4 overs, just 23 runs have come from the bat, and they've managed to scalp 5 wickets of the Sunrise Hyderabad. Rashid Khan will be the man on the other end. He's on 0, he's faced a delivery, but things looking quite bleak for the Sunrise Hyderabad. Who says that the Rajasthan Royals are missing Ben Stokes and Jofra Archer once you've got Jaidev Unadkat? He's taken 2 wickets on 3.1 overs, and he's also bowling a good final over, which is quite rare to see.
Well, fantastic from Jaidev Unadkat. Wicket on the right on the start, as Bhuvneshwar Kumar comes on to join Rashid Khan at the pitch. And now Unadkat, what a spell has he bowled. 2 wickets to his name, 23 runs off of the 3.2 overs he's bowled, and certainly repaying the amount that is being given to him time and again. Rashid Khan, for him, things are very, very bleak at the moment, and he'll need to get some boundary, some sixes for his side if they have to have a strong total going forward in the second innings. But Rajasthan Royals, this has been a fortress for them. Savai Man Singh, Delhi Capitals were able to chase it down very easily, and they would back themselves to chase a total like this on this pitch.
Well, Tenzin is saying that SRH in soup now. Well, I do agree to that, Tenzin. Fahad Lasari is saying that RR will win the game. And Mondal, Alamgir Mondal is saying hi. Jitendra Sharma also saying hi. Well, it's 139 for 7, 140 for 7 with that single. 18.3 overs have been bowled. Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Rashid Khan, the lower middle order, in fact, being exposed at the moment, and it's up to them to add a few runs to go beyond 155, 160, probably give them a chance. And if you talk about the last 39 deliveries, 37 runs have come in the process, and 6 wickets have also fallen in 6.3 overs. So it's Rajasthan Royals all the way so far. 140 for 7. Jaidev Unadkat bowling another delivery, a good delivery, beaten the outside edge of Bhuvneshwar Kumar. It was bowled at a quick pace by Jaidev Unadkat, and 3 runs coming from this over. A wicket also taken off Shakib Al Hasan. He went for the big shot over the long on region, and it was a comfortable catch taken by Shreyas Gopal. Once again, disappointing from Sunrise Hyderabad's end, and it will be their bowlers who will have to bowl their socks off in order to win this game.
Well, they certainly need to be very good with the ball if they need to win this game, because now things don't look very up for them in the remaining 1.2 overs, as both the batsmen are comparatively new to the pitch and also not prominent batsmen. They both are very efficient bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Rashid Khan, but not as good with the bat. Coming back to our chit chat session, Tenzin Sangrab is certainly backing RR today, because he says that SRH are in trouble waters here. Fahad Lashari is also joined in with our chit chat. Lake Ram is also now joined in. He's asking for our names. Well, I am Paritosh Joshi, and with me is Wali Siddiqui for the live chit chat session at Sports Flashes for the match between Rajasthan Royals and Sunrisers Hyderabad at the Savai Man Singh. The score after 19 overs is 142 for 7, and Rashid Khan and Bhuvneshwar Kumar are the ones who are playing for the SRH. Collapse from the middle order has seen SRH now succumbing onto the pressure, and they are at a very dangerous spot right now. They need to get at least 10-15 runs off the final over to get at least a respectable total and something to defend for their bowlers.
Well, it's a 142 for 7 after 19 overs, and well, the way that the Rajasthan Royals have come back in the game is tremendous. And Rashid Khan is on for deliveries, Bhuvneshwar on Kumar on 1 of 2, and these two now need to strike a few runs over here with the bat in order to post a respectable total for the bowlers to defend, because it is a good wicket to bat on. Ahmad is here with us. He's saying, what is this year? What is this year? I think he's supporting the Sunrise Hyderabad. Well, Ahmad, that has been the story of the season for Sunrise Hyderabad. It has been Warner and Johnny Bairstow who were powering Sunrise Hyderabad with the runs, but since Bairstow is not there and Kane Williamson is not in the best of forms, it's been a night to forget for the Sunrise Hyderabad so far. Lake Ram is here. Pradeep Yadav's predicting that 165 will be the final score, and Ahmad is saying, where's the picture? Well, it's an audio feed, so you can listen to us and we'll keep on updating you with the score. It's 143 for 7 after 19.1 overs. Rashid is on 4 of 4, Bhuvneshwar Kumar on 1 of 2. A single taken on the first ball of Varun Aaron, who is concluding the innings from his end, and he's bowled another good spell this time around. He bowled a good spell against the Kolkata Knight Riders. He picked 2 wickets over there. He's taken a wicket today as well. 23 runs, just the 1 wicket taken in 3.1 overs, and you'll also have to praise the way Steve Smith has marshalled his troops on the field today. Remarkable. And that catch to dismiss David Warner was quite phenomenal. Had that catch not been taken, then David Warner would have hurted Rajasthan Royals with the bat.
Yes, certainly he is very capable of hurting the opposition with the bat. He had not scored at least a single boundary in his innings, and he still was for 37. So that itself shows how smart he is as a cricketer, as Bhuvneshwar Kumar he's able to get a hint of a bat on that, and Sanju Samson completely misses the ball. And a 4 for them, as any 4 would come at this which comes to them will be very welcome from them, and no bat from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Sanju Samson was expecting something from Bhuvneshwar Kumar, but he completely fluffed the ball. A good delivery there from Varun Aaron, but unlucky on that occasion, as Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he is able to get a 4 for SRH buys on that occasion. And fantastic, as Varun Aaron is bowling, 3 fielders coming underneath it, an edge from Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and that will be concluded with the catch by Jaidev Unatkat, as another wicket goes down for SRH. Bhuvneshwar Kumar will now walk back into the pavilion. Oh my word, what a brilliant bowling performance has it been from Rajasthan. Fantastic comeback into the match. At one point it looked like SRH would be posing a total of around 180, but sensational bowling performance in the middle overs has seen them come back, as they continue to dominate the batsmen in SRH camp, and Jaidev Unatkat is able to catch that with some hardships, but at the end is the wicket that matters.
Well, I think Varun Aaron was auditioning as a leg spinner over there, because that was a leg spinner, a ball back of the hand to Bhuvneshwar Kumar at a pace of 103.5 kilometers per hour. Bhuvneshwar Kumar came down the track, tried to play the flick shot over there, but got the top edge, wasn't able to read the pace of the ball, and a good catch taken by Jaidev Unatkat. who was standing at short fine leg. 147 for 8. 3 more deliveries remain to be bowled, and it's a wide away, so it's now 148 for 8. And you can see Varun Aaron is quick to apologize to the wicketkeeper. Jitendra Sharma is here with us, saying that being an RCB fan, I would want Ara to win this one and lose the next one. Yeah, that's super optimistic, but I'm just another emotional RCB fan. Well, Jitendra Sharma, we can never blame you. That has been the story for every RCB fan. They still have an opportunity to qualify for the playoffs if they win all their games, and they still have an opportunity if the other teams also work in favor of them, if they do manage to win or lose a few games in their favor. So it will be an important contest as the league stages comes to an end quite soon. It's a 148 for 8. 2 runs taken over there by Rashid Khan. Yes, good running between the wickets. So now it's 150 for 8 after 19.4 overs. 2 more deliveries remain to be bowled.
No, well, Rashid Khan on that occasion getting a quick double for his side. 7 now for him on 6 deliveries. And he certainly still has 2 deliveries to do some damage for Rajasthan. And he is a bowler who can bat as well. Will he get some boundaries in the final 2 deliveries? We'll have to wait and see, as Rashid Khan applauds the running between the wickets from the other end from Siddharth Kaul. And these 2 are very good bowlers, but at the moment they need to do something with the bat for SRH.
Absolutely. Fahad Lasari is asking us when is Kings 11 Punjab's next game? Well, we'll tell you when the next game is, so don't you worry, Fahad, just hang in there. It's the next game for the Kings 11 Punjab will be against the Sunrise Hyderabad on 29th. So that'll be day after tomorrow. That'll be on Monday. So they'll be facing Sunrise Hyderabad at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium on 29th this month of April. And that's a good shot struck by Rashid Khan. It's a 4 over mid-off. A beautiful shot by Rashid Khan. He certainly can bat for the Sunrise Hyderabad. So a rare boundary coming for the SRH side. 154 for 8. Final delivery to be bowled. Mario D'Souza with another good comment over here, saying that at Sports Flashes, since your forum is gaining such huge popularity, coverage of the Indian women's cricket would serve well towards promoting the popularity of our ladies too. Well, that is a really good comment.
And with that comment, it's the end of the innings for SRH, as Rashid Khan has pulled one out of nowhere to score another 4 runs for his side. And will there be a 4 or a 6? We'll have to wait and see. Is it a 6 or has it directly hit the boundary line? We'll have to wait for another angle from the field, as it is looking like it is a 6. Yes, it is a 6. It has directly hit the field. And as I was saying, Rashid Khan is capable of scoring some big ones, and he has done so in the final delivery, as 160 now up on board for SRH. The late comeback from Rajasthan Royals has been denied, interestingly, by Rashid Khan. A 6 of the very last delivery. 17 in just 8 deliveries for Rashid Khan, as SRH end on a strong note.
Right, so Mario, coming back to that comment, we'll sure take that suggestion into consideration and we'll look into it. Thank you for that. And Tenzin Sugrav saying that SRH have a good bowling unit and they will be able to defend this target well. We'll just have to wait and watch, won't we? Well, talking about the top scorers of the game, it's David Warner, who scored 37 of 32 deliveries. Manish Pandey once again impressing, 61 of just 36 deliveries. And then it has been quite a forgettable night for the rest of the batsmen. Vijay Shankar 8, Shakib 9, Deepak Hooda 0, Riddhiman Saha 5, Rashid Khan with a late cameo of 17 of 8. How crucial will that prove? We'll wait and watch. We'll just tell you about the bowlers. Varun Aaron picked 2 wickets, Usain Thomas picked 2, Shreyas Gopal picked 2, Jaydev Unadkat also picked 2. So a good camaraderie among them, and 8 wickets had fallen. So the target to chase for the Rajasthan Royals will be 161 in 20 overs. We'll take a short break, and till then, you just stay tuned to Sports Flashes. We'll see you on the other side.
This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Simon Awell, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Pandey finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Simon Awell, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Pandey finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Simon Awell, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Mika Hakkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki, is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. The second innings is about to commence. The target to chase for the Sunrise, in fact for the Rajasthan Royals, is 161 from the 20 overs. It's Bhuvaneshwar Kumar who will be bowling with the new ball. Ajinkya Rahane and Sanju Samson, the two regular openers with the Rajasthan Royals. Joss Butler is obviously missing out after he was blessed with a baby boy. And it's Rahane who will take the strike along with Sanju Samson, who's on the non-strikers end. This is a big game for both the teams because
both the teams because now they both want to register a win and get on to a place for the playoffs. Both of them still have a contention for the spot in the playoffs, and with the remarkable comeback in the first innings from the Rajasthan bowlers, a late cameo by Rashid Khan, the match is still evenly poised. We'll have to wait and see how Rajasthan fare in the chase, because SRH are a very strong bowling side, and with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Rashid Khan, Siddharth Kaul amongst their ranks, they certainly have a total to defend on their hands.
Well, it's 0 for 0 because the first delivery has been bowled by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. A gentle outswinger defended by, in fact it's not Sanju Samson who's opening the inning, it's Liam Livingstone. So Rahane, in fact Sanju Samson will have to wait for another opportunity. Let's see if Livingston will be able to capitalize in the power play overs.
Well, we'll have to wait and see that if Livingston lives up to his promotion up the order, and if Rahane is the one who does the damage for them with Sanju Samson coming in later. And Rahane and Livingstone will have to now build up a partnership for Rajasthan Royals as the chase moves forward, with Rahane scoring a boundary of the third delivery off of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. A fantastic shot at that. The fielder can only wait and see how the ball travels to the boundary. His chase is worthless, and with that the chase is on from Rajasthan.
A beautiful cover drive by Ajinkya Rahane, one of his trademark shots on the up. He played it towards the cover region, and a beautiful shot. That's gone for a boundary. It is now 4 for no loss after 0.3 overs. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, it hasn't been an impressive IPL for him so far because he hasn't taken wickets at regular tandem, and it took him quite a few games to get back into the groove for Rajasthan Royals. He was also proving to be quite expensive for Hyderabad in the earlier games, but this time he's looking to make a comeback. And if you talk about Rahane's innings against Delhi Capitals, what a magnificent innings that was. 105 not out of 63 deliveries. He peppered the Delhi bowlers all over the park, proper cricketing shots. He also played an uncharacteristic paddle sweep towards the final leg region, which went for a big 6. And he's batting well over here as well. He's middling the ball. Another cover drive this time. Good fielding effort by Deepak Hooda restricts any runs. It's 4 for no loss after 0.5 overs. Rahane is on 4, while Livingston is yet to face a delivery. So Kane Williamson is marshalling his troops today. I know he will be quite disappointed with himself, and the rest of his teams weren't able to
with Steven Smith now at the helm of things for Rajasthan, he wants to get a chase on the roll as Rajasthan look for a playoff spot at their home ground in Savai Mansingh, and they are very well in contention to win it from here, because we've seen the chasing side get the advantage later on in the innings, as 1 over is now done. It's 4 on the board for Rajasthan, and a fantastic over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar at the end. Only a single boundary coming off of the first over. Good from him, and for SRH, good start right at the start of the second innings.
Well, it is a good start for Rajasthan. 4 runs coming off of it. No wickets taken. 1 over has been bowled. And coming to YouTube, Manoj Tenzin and Otis Mahabir is also here with us. And Nadi Pandey, Sandeep Meskar is supporting the Rajasthan Royals. So it will be an interesting competition, because though Sunrisers Hyderabad might have not reached the par score over here, 160 nevertheless will be a decent total, considering the fact that Sunrisers Hyderabad are having quite a few good bowlers in their ranks. Rashid Khan is there. You have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Sandeep Sharma. So a good bowling unit when put under one collective unit, the Hyderabad team. Liam Livingston now will finally get the strike. He is on 0. Rahane is on 4 of 6 deliveries. And it's Shakib Al Hasan. So the introduction of spin is quite early by Captain Kane Williamson. The left arm spinner from Bangladesh, one of the best all-rounders of modern day cricket, is bowling his first over against the Rajasthan Royals over here. Another good delivery, flatter trajectory bowled by him. And the thing about him is that he bowls it mainly with the arm. But quite often, there's that one delivery which often goes away from the right-handed batsman, and that can actually get the outside edge of him while heading towards the wicket keeper. So the batsman will have to be really careful over here. A single taken by Livingston. He goes to the back foot and just punches it towards long on. So it's 5 for no loss. The power play overs are being conducted at the moment. I'm sure Ajinkya Rahane will fancy himself to go against Shakib Al Hasan. He does like to play the big shots in the power play overs. And talking about Liam Livingston, he has played 2 T20Is for the England cricket team, and has scored just 16 runs over here, and he hasn't been able to prove much over here, and there is quite a lot of expectation on him, because he was back in the previous game as well. He didn't perform well with the ball. He came in late at the middle order. He wasn't able to do much, so giving the opportunity, given the responsibility of facing bulk of the overs, well, we'll just have to wait and watch if Livingston cashes in with that faith shown on him by the captain and the team management. Another single taken by Livingston gives the strike to his partner Ajinkya Rahane, who's on 5. The score is now 7 for no loss, and you can just see in Jaipur, the teams who have won by batting first in the last 6 games, they've won just once while batting first, and the others have all been won by the chasing team, 5 separate occasions.
That itself shows that when you chase in Jaipur, it's positive for you. And another great over from SRH as Shakib Al Hasan concludes the second over. It's now just 7 runs in 2 overs for the batting side, as the home side continued their chase of 161. And a single of the very last delivery, as 8 runs has been completed. Ajinkya Rahane on 6 of 8 deliveries, and Liam Livingston is on 2 of 4 deliveries. Coming back to our chit-chat session, Tenzin Sungrab is with us, and so is Rakesh Kumar, who is Sunil Notani says hi from Ivory Coast. Well, we remember you, Sunil, because you are an avid listener of ours and constantly supporting our feed and stream whenever we come live. He's always there to support us, so a very thank you from our side. Balakrishna is saying how much runs SRH. Well, SRH scored 160 in the 20 overs that they had, and a late cameo by Rashid Khan of 17 in just 8 deliveries certainly proved to be in the favor of SRH after the middle over just collapsed. Firstly, there was the brilliant innings of Manish Pandey that kick-started this first innings of this game, but the middle over just collapsed right when they needed it to fire. And another Bhuvneshwar Kumar over starts off with dots on the very and Liam Livingstone is with him. Rahane is the one on strike as his dominance at the pitch. Will that continue? We'll have to wait and see. He was fantastic in the previous few games, and he'll have to score some runs right at the top for Rajasthan Royals to successfully chase this down, as Rahane now scoops it over the mid-wicket fielder and it'll travel for a 4. So fantastic from him, as his score is now 10 off of 11 deliveries. The second boundary coming off from Bhuvneshwar Kumar at that, and Ajinkya Rahane playing smart cricket here, getting into the groove of things, taking a step down the pitch and placing where he needed it to. No chance for anyone to stop that, as the score now is 12 off of 2.4 overs, and another dot to come back from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Remarkable from his side, as Ajinkya Rahane in the 14 innings against Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he has scored just 75 runs and has been dismissed by the Indian pacer at 6 occasions. So that's not happy news for Rahane, and he'll look to change that flow in this particular innings.
Well, it's 12 for no loss after 2.4 overs, and that's a good shot played by Ajinkya Rahane. That will surely go for a boundary, and it was drifting towards the leg side region. It was also over pitch. Rahane just scoops that towards the square leg boundary, and it's a 4. So 16 for no loss after 2.5 overs. A decent start by Rahane. 3 boundaries already under his belt. Bala Krishna is asking us how many runs did David Warner score. Well, Bala, he scored 37 runs did David Warner, and Manish Pandey was the top scorer of the team. He scored 31. Dilawar Mukri is back with us. He's saying hi, welcome back, Dilawar Mukri. And Tenzin also giving that update that Warner scored 37. Bala Krishna and Sunil Nathani here as well. 16 for no loss, a single taken by Rahane on the final delivery. Again, guides it towards mid-wicket region. In fact, that's 2 runs taken. So good running between the wicket. It is a big ground, and they will take complete advantage of that. So it's 18 for no loss after 3 overs, going at an economy of 6 per over.
Fantastic start from these two, taking their time on the pitch. 18 off of 3 overs, and a decent start at that. They are not losing wickets right at the start, and that's positive from Rajasthan Royals. The new batsman in Liam Livingstone, will he live up to his expectations? So well, only time can tell that. With the chase now on, we'll make a comeback to our chit-chat box with Balakrishna connected with us, and so is Tenzin Sungrab. Dilawar Mukri is also there, so is Sunil Nathani, and many people. You have to comment and tell us which team are you supporting, so that we know which side is having the fans at their side, with the home game being of Rajasthan Royals. Sunrise Hyderabad has a great fan base all over the nation. Well, show your support, the fans of Sunrisers Hyderabad, as your team defends a total of 160 to win a game here at Savai Mansingh. And Fahad Lashari is also with us, so is Mario D'Souza. And who do you prefer, Wali, going into further into the finalist stages of the IPL? A match against SRH or RR for Delhi? For qualification for the playoffs.
Okay, so
who do you think is an easier team to beat?
In the well, Rajasthan Royals, they're clicking now. I think they have finally found that formula, and even if you look at the previous season, then they were late. We do talk about Mumbai Indians about being the late starters, but Rajasthan Royals are also of that category, that they realize that, well, we're getting out of the tournament, so it's better that we hit a 6 over here, because it's Ajinkya Rahane who goes down on one knee and slog sweeps Rashid Khan on the second delivery, and that's a big 6. It's 25 for no loss, and Rahane is continuing his good run with the bat, and that's a good thing about Rajasthan Royals, that though they might be considered as the underdogs, last season they made it to the playoffs. They're making a claim once again over here, and they're punishing a formidable Sunrise Hyderabad team who were being considered as one of the favourites on the tournament, and that is what is impressive about the Rajasthan Royals. So I think RCB they still have a lot of work to do, and they're relying too much on individual brilliance, if you ask me. They're relying a lot on Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers and Yuzvendra Chahal, and since Dale Steyn is now out after being injured, so I think the tournament will be well over within the next game or so.
And Liam Livingstone now getting into the action as he scores another 6 for Rajasthan Royals. Rashid Khan is being picked apart by these two in this over, as another 6 in this over makes it 32 the total for Rajasthan Royals. 3.4 overs done, still 2 deliveries left in this game as he puts one knee down to get the ball over mid-wicket region and into the stand. 79 meters the distance on that, as Rashid Khan is being taken to the cleaners. Quite unlikely this scene for the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
32 for no loss, and the strategy is pretty clear from the Rajasthan camp that we will target your best bowler, and that is exactly what they're doing, because if you target your best bowler, your best batsman, the best one in the field, then you will definitely put the pressure on that team. It's 34 for no loss after 3.5 overs. Good running between the wickets, so it's not all power, it's also sensible cricket between the two. Just guides it towards the mid-wicket. He flicked it over there, Liam Livingstone, and scampered for 2 along with Rahane. It's now 34 for no loss after 3.5 overs. Man, oh man, they're in a pretty hurry right now as of now. 4 overs being bowled, 34 for no loss, and concluded cleanly over here, Rashid Khan. No runs taken.
He certainly went for 2 sixes in that over, and that is positive news for Rajasthan Royals, that they are not bogging down from the leggy, because we have seen time and again that people often don't try to go against Rashid Khan. They don't try for big sixes, but these two are looking like they'll score big runs here against him, and a decision that they've made that in the power play they'll score as fast as they can, as they know the fielders are under the 30-yard circle. And now the total is 34 after 4 overs, and Rahane and Livingstone are certainly looking for a partnership from here on. They are starting off decently for Rajasthan Royals. How long can these two play along to help the chase of 161?
Well, it's a good start by the Rajasthan Royals. It's 34 for no loss after 4 overs. Mario D'Souza back with us, saying that he feels that the Rajasthan Royals right now, with the kind of form that they are in, might be able to clinch the match. They are carrying on the winning momentum since the performance from the last 5 or 6 overs in the first half. Well, they have that momentum. They have that fresh win against the Kolkata Knight Riders, and they may well once again win against the Sunrise Hyderabad today, Mario. Well, we just have to wait and watch, and they've also got a solid start over here. They have Steve Smith waiting in the ranks. He's a really good batsman. It's 34 for no loss. Bhuvaneshwar, in fact, it's Khalil Ahmed who comes to bowl his first over. It was driven straight down the ground. Khalil Ahmed collected it and almost threw the ball back to the non-strikers end as Livingston gave in a dive. So it's still 34 for no loss. Khalil Ahmed has bowled quite well in this season of the IPL as well. So they have to be quite careful of the left-arm pacer.
Well, they have to be careful, as both of these two batsmen, Rahane and Livingstone, are certainly looking on point here to get the total done and dusted with. They have the batting aspects of Riyan Parag, who was sensational in the previous game, Shreyas Gopal, and they still have quite a few batting left. They have not lost any wickets, although there's no Ben Stokes and Josh Butler in this team, but still they would look to chase this down with ease. As Stuart Billy, he is also in great touch for Rajasthan Royals, and with 35 runs now on board, they certainly have a strong hold in this game.
35 for no loss. 2 deliveries bowled by Khalil Ahmed, and that was a really good delivery bowled by Khalil this time around. He came in with the angle and delivered a quicker one towards Liam Livingstone. He went for the ball, but it hit his gut at the very last moment. So it's 35 for no loss. Just 1 run coming off the 3 deliveries being bowled. Shimroz Khan, Nafis Ahmed and Khan Afghan are here with us saying hello. So it's 35 for no loss after 4.3 overs. And Balakrishna was asking us how much did Sunrise Hyderabad score. 161 is the target which has been set by SRH. And if we talk about the equation as of now, 126 more runs are required of 93 deliveries. The partnership being of 35, obviously, since the wicket hasn't fallen. 4 overs, if we look at the last 4 overs, then 31 runs have come from the bat. It's a good delivery once again bowled by Khalil Ahmed. A slower one. bowled towards the offside region. Livingston went for the extravagant cover drive on the back foot, but found the fielder. So no runs taken over here. And slowly and steadily, Khalil Ahmed is trying to build the pressure over here. But he would love it if the bowlers from the other end also support him in order to add the pressure, because once the pressure is added on the batsman, then they will look to go for the big shot, and that might lead to a big leading edge, which might eventually cost them their wicket. A single taken on the fifth delivery by Livingston guides it towards the long on region and bowled at a serious quick pace. Khalil Ahmed 144 kilometers per hour. It's now 36 for no loss. And if you look at the ground of the Savai Mansingh Stadium, it's as if the aliens had landed over here, because it's a strange pattern of crop circles. Well, I'm sure the curator has to be from another planet.
Well, we can't talk much about the field because we're not quite involved in that. We are involved in the cricket that is being played on the field. Rahane is looking very good, but an edge on that occasion, and still it'll travel to a boundary for Rajasthan Royals as the struggles for the bowlers at the SRH camp continue. 40 now up for Rajasthan Royals.
40 for no loss, and there was a big outside edge. And you know what they say, fortune favors the brave. Ajinkya Rahane was going for the big shot. He got the edge and he went hard outside the off stump. And that is exactly why the ball went over the boundary line. It's a 4. So it's a 40 for no loss after 5 overs. Wow, what a shot that was. 12 is Liam Livingston's score of 11 deliveries, and Rahane is on 28 of 19 deliveries. He's already struck 4 boundaries and 1 6. So you can just see 22 runs of his 28 have come out from boundaries. So Rahane is in a serious mood of finishing this off quite quick.
Well, their intentions are quite clear. Get as many runs as possible right at the start of the game. And Madesh Swami is saying that Warner was playing like it was a test match. Well,
what is the reason for that? You saw the middle order, Paridosh. But
he knew that he needs to stay for longer. It's only a shame that he wasn't able to continue with his innings and got out very, very early. And still was able to get to a total of 37 and without any boundaries at that. So he can be blamed for not realizing that after his departure there will be struggles for Sunrise Hyderabad, as Livingstone has welcomed Siddharth Kaul with the 4, pulling him harshly for the boundary, and Livingstone starting it off in style for Siddharth Kaul. 44 now up for Rajasthan Royals.
That's now not how you would like to start your bowling over, because you just banged a short delivery. It wasn't even waist high, and all it required was a good pull shot from any batsman. It was Livingstone from the other end who smashed it for a 4. So that will bring in some confidence for Livingston as well. He's already smashed a 6 over long on. So he moves on to 16 of 12 deliveries, and this partnership is turning out to be quite deadly for the Sunrise Hyderabad. 44 already in 5.1 overs, and Kane Williamson is in deep discussion with Siddharth Kaul, talking about the field position, talking about the fielders, about the 2 men, where he exactly needs. Does he need a square leg? Does he need a mid-wicket? Well, we'll wait and see. So there are fielders inside the ring right now, quite a few of them. 44 for no loss after 5 overs, and that was a good, well disguised slower delivery by Siddharth Kaul. Failed to get the connection over there. Livingston, he went for the big slog. He went for the big slog over there, the traditional slog, but failed to connect. It was a knuckle ball, and when we talk about knuckleball, we also have to remember that Sandeep Sharma is the master in executing that knuckle delivery. So Livingston is batting well over there. He doesn't need to go all crazy on the crease. It's 44 for no loss after 5.2 overs, and Madesh Swami is quite upset with the way that David Warner was batting. Well, Madesh had David Warner played a little. Well, we'll get back to that. It's another short delivery bowled by Siddharth Kaul. Another pull shot by Livingston. The result is different because this time the ball crosses the boundary line into the fence. It's a 6. It's a big 6. And it connected the toe end of the bat, so he couldn't middle it. Had he middled it, then it would have been out of the stadium, I guess. It's 50 for no loss after 5.3 overs. It was another knuckleball, was it? Well, it was, but he was smart in identifying it this time around and times it to perfection. A 76 meter by Livingston, and Corporate Digital suggesting that it's the Rajasthan Royals who will be sealing the win today.
Well, at this rate, they will certainly be sailing for the win. And Livingstone pointing out that it was from the lower half of his bat, and still he was able to get the distance. I don't know if he middles it, will the ball reach? And Livingstone is trying to get every ball to the fence right now. He's trying for weird shots, and Siddharth Kaul was having none of that. A dot on that occasion, as the chase is looking pretty easy now for Rajasthan Royals.
And if you look at it, the opening pairs that Rajasthan have tried out throughout the tournament, first it was Butler and Rahane, then it was Butler and Tripathi, then it was Rahane and Sanju Samson. Now it is Rahane and Livingston. So 4 different opening pairs they went out with, and they haven't cemented one till now. Josh Butler, had he been there, then he would have definitely been that opener. But Livingston is doing a decent job over there, because that's another shot delivery. This time he plays it over long on. It's another boundary. So 4.6.4. An expensive over, 14 runs coming off of it, and one delivery still remains to be bowled by Kaul.
54 already up on board for them, and if a 6 come off of this, 60 runs done. Only 100 to go in the rest of the 60 to 90 deliveries, and that is not good for the bowling side, as the total is only 160, and you don't want that to be achieved so easily. SRH are a brilliant bowling side, and they would put up a fight. They wanted some wickets early on, but the batting has been quite good on the part of Rajasthan Royals, and Livingstone has got hold of that also. As I was saying, a 6 on the last ball from Livingstone, pulls it hard, and although he didn't strike it with all his prominence, it was miss hit, and still was able to travel to the boundary. So fantastic on that occasion from Liam Livingstone, marking his arrival with very, very good boundaries and 6s.
It was a slower bouncer ball to Livingston. It was on top of his head, and I'm sure the shot that he played, I'm sure that Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal would be quite proud of that shot, because it was a what would you talk about that shot?
It was a smash for the ball, and
forehand. It was a
forehand shot there on that occasion by Liam Livingstone, as his march continues, and a fantastic partnership between these two gets to 60 now, and Ajinkya Rahane is looking like he will have to play the role of the sheet anchor here, because Liam Livingstone is trying to hit every ball out of the park at the moment.
Well, 60 for no loss after 6 overs. That was a brilliant shot by Livingston. It was a tennis shot over the bowler's head. It went for a big 6, 60 for no loss, and 22 runs had come out from that over. It was of 81 meters, that shot, and he's having a laugh there with Ajinkya Rahane. I'm not even sure that he intended to play that, but that was a really good shot. Rashid Khan now bowling his second over. He was expensive in the first. Will he be able to nudge a wicket or two? Because it is not a high-scoring game. Rajasthan Royals at this rate will run away with the game, because they now need 101 runs to get off just 82 deliveries. The previous over, 20 runs had come from the bat. Paddles it this time. Ajinkya Rahane takes a single and gives the strike to Liam Livingstone. I think this is an opportunity for Rashid Khan to get the wicket of Livingstone. He knows that he's going to play a big shot over here, or it'll be either Livingstone getting the better of Rashid Khan.
Oh well, we'll have to wait and see for that. But at this rate, if they go on, they can very well chase the target inside 12 or 12 to 15 overs, because they were relentlessly scoring runs. And interesting there from Livingstone, as he tries to go for the scoop, miscues the shot as it goes towards the fielder. What is he appealing about? Is that the call for leg before? And we'll have to wait and see how they take. And a DRS has been taken on that occasion by Kane Williamson after a talk with Rashid Khan, and Liam Livingstone will have to wait to see his fate in this particular match.
So a review has been taken by Rashid Khan. Livingstone was going for the paddle shot over the keeper's head, and we were expecting it. It's either here or there for Livingstone. We'll just have to wait and watch. Does it hit the pad? It does hit the pad, but it will definitely go missing the off stump. So a bad review taken over here. It's 61 for no loss after 6.3 overs, and you can see even the impact is outside the off stump. So I think a bad review taken by SRH, but we'll just have to wait and watch.
I think it is hitting the off stump, because it was moving towards the off stump. It's pitching outside off. Impact is outside, and it's missing the wicket. So the review is lost for the SRH. and positive news for Rajasthan Royals, and sad for the SRH that they have lost the review. They even weren't able to get a wicket, and Livingstone and Rahane will march on from here on. 4 deliveries, a good over, only a single coming off of it. 2 deliveries still to go for Rashid Khan. What will Livingstone do here?
61 for no loss, 2 deliveries more remaining. A short delivery ball. Livingstone goes for the pull shot. It will be another boundary. So boundaries galore for the Rajasthan Royals. Rashid Khan looks out of sorts. He's confused over there. 21 runs coming off his 1.5 overs, and you can just see the support from Rajasthan's end. They believe that their team might be able to register another win over there, and they still believe that the team might be able to surprise quite a few teams, and they might still be able to make the top 4. We'll have to wait and watch. It's an impressive performance by the Rajasthan Royals with the bat. They perform quite well with the ball in the first innings. A single taken by Livingstone. Will it be a single? They'll resort to 2, I guess. Yes, quick running, and 2 runs secured. So 67 for no loss after 7 overs. A belligerent batting by the 2 batsmen out there.
Fantastic from Livingstone, and you weren't there, Wali, when me and Sahil were talking about our top 4 teams a while back, while we were in the chit chat session, and I put forward the names of Chennai Super Kings, Mumbai Indians, Delhi Daredevils and Rajasthan Royals after Steven Smith had taken up the captaincy, and he was backing KKR at the moment. So I still believe, I still believe, and then he changed his stance after they lost a few on trot. So I am heavily backing Rajasthan Royals to make the cut, because Steven Smith, as far as this man goes, he's a brilliant captain. He knows his tricks of his trade, and he has been able to turn around the season for Rajasthan Royals. They would certainly make a claim for the playoff spot, and if they win it by a margin here, they certainly can look forward to a better run rate by the end of it also.
Well, so it's not over. Still a lot to play for the Rajasthan Royals. 67 for no loss after 7 overs. Mario D'Souza saying that it's not Sunrisers Hyderabad, it's Sundown Hyderabad. Sorry, it's just going to be a formality from now on. Well, it feels so, but you can see cricket is a funny game, a wicket or 2, and then you're back in the game. If memory serves you right, you can just take a look at the first innings. Hyderabad were cruising 121 for 3, and then they lost the remaining of the wickets for just 40 odd runs. So anything is still quite possible in the game. You just have to pick a wicket or 2, put the team under pressure, bowl a few dot balls, and you will be back in the game. But so far it's been the Livingstone and Rahane show. This time comes down the track, does Livingstone, and strikes another boundary, this time to Shakib Al Hasan, and there was a fielder who was over there but wasn't able to collect the ball because it was struck ferociously by England's Liam Livingstone. 42 of 21 deliveries, and who says that they're missing Joss Butler? They have Liam Livingstone batting quite well over there.
English players coming to the fore for Rajasthan has been the tale of the town in Rajasthan, and Livingstone is just providing on the fireworks for them. On a lighter note, Livingstone is quite similar to his looks to Joe Root, and that is one factor that must be haunting the bowlers. Is he Livingstone or is Joe Root batting at the other end? Because at the rate at which he is going, it certainly looks like a top professional from the England cricketing side, as the chase now continues for Rajasthan Royals. 74 now up on just 7.5 overs, and at this rate they'll chase it down inside 12 to 15 overs.
Well, if these two go strong, it may be over within a few overs, but we'll just have to wait and watch. 74 for no loss. And the good thing about Livingstone is that he just doesn't stop smiling. He just keeps on smiling while watching his partner Ajinkya Rahane. I think he has to be the most wonderful person at the moment right now. So the strategic timeout has been taken, and it's 74 for the loss of no wickets. Liam Livingstone and Ajinkya Rahane definitely turning on the music. Rahane is on 31 of 25 deliveries, while Livingstone is on 43 of just 23 deliveries. They're tearing apart the Hyderabad bowling attack. Rajasthan now just need 87 from 72 deliveries. The strategic timeout has been taken, so that means we'll also take a short break, but you stay tuned to Sports Flashes. We'll be back within just a while.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
And welcome back to the live chit chat with me and Wally at Sports Flashes for the match between Sunrise Hyderabad and Rajasthan Royals. As Rajasthan Royals look to chase down the target of 161 set by Sunrise Hyderabad in the first innings. The chase has been fantastic from the Rajasthan Royals. 75 up on board in 8.1 overs. Rahane batting at 32 over 22 deliveries. Liam Livingstone, the new man in the squad, has been batting sensationally in this chase. 43 off of just 23 deliveries for him, and Khalil Ahmed is bowling in the 9th over for them.
Well, it's 75 for no loss, 8.1 overs. Well, it's 75 for no loss, 8.2 overs have been bowled. Ajinkya Rahane is on 32, Livingston is on 43, and if you just compare the score between SRH and RR, it was quite similar because SRH were just 6 runs behind Rajasthan at this point. They were 69, but they had lost the wicket of Kane Williamson in the process. So you can see the game can change pretty quickly if they do manage to take a wicket over here. Khalil Ahmed now bowling his second over. He bowled a really good one. He bowled a really good first over, just conceding 7 runs in that. An outside edge came from Rahane's bat and it went for 4, unluckily for Khalil Ahmed. This time Livingston just drives it along the ground, takes a single. Warner was a fielder at long off, so a single taken. It's now 76 for no loss. And if we talk about Ajay, until he is talking about Warner, well, are you a fan of Warner or are you just mad at the way that he played today? Mohammad Sadan is saying that he's not enjoying the game over here. And MD Shah alone is supporting Shakib Al Hasan. I'm sure he would want Shakib Al Hasan to take a few wickets over here.
Well, Mohammad Hasan must be supporting SRH because at this moment they are struggling in the match. Rajasthan Royals are pretty strong with their chase of 161.76 now up on board for them, and the chase is strong from their side. Khalil Ahmed is bowling his second over of his 4-over quota. He has been good for them, just giving away 8 runs in the process, while Rahane and Livingstone have been phenomenal right from the start in this chase.
Well, it's 76 for no loss after 8.4 overs, and Rahane is on 32. Liam Livingstone is just 6 runs away from his first IPL 50. Will he be able to get there? Only time will tell. Was that a wide delivery ball by Khalil Ahmed? No, so that's 1 for the over. That was a really good bouncer directed towards Rahane's head. failed to get the connection, did Rahane. And Mohammad Sadan is asking us about the video. Well, Mohammad Sadan, we will not be able to provide you with the video, but if you do want to look at the video, there is a Hindi feed for Sports Flashes where you might be able to see some of our people telling you about the recent updates about the game, but we will not be able to show you the video of the match because of the rights. We do not have the rights about it, but we will keep on updating you with the score. The ball is in the air by Rahane. Will there be a fielder underneath it? No, it's a shot of him. Deepak Hooda was the fielder over there, and it's a big ground. He couldn't get underneath the ball, so the batsmen succeed in taking a double over here. So well concluded for the Rajasthan Royals. It's now 78 for no loss after 9 overs.
Well, fantastic from Rajasthan Royals. The chase continues and they march on for the total of 160. And with this rate, the runs are looking pretty easy as they come for Rajasthan Royals. Livingstone is nearing his 50 as he is moving at a rate of I don't know how many knots at the moment, with Rahane also trying to catch up. Tried to go for the boundary on that occasion, but not enough power on that. Fell short of Deepak Hooda, or could have been the wicket that Hyderabad were looking for. Coming back to our chit-chat session, Otis Mahabar is predicting 85 off of 69 deliveries, and as we speak, Rashid Khan has struck. Livingstone is the man who will be walking back to the pavilion as a review. They're trying for it as it is a LBW, and they don't take the review there as Livingstone makes his walk back into the pavilion. Tried to go for the boundary again, but Rashid Khan gets the better of him this time around, and a wicket on that occasion, straight in the hands of the keeper, just an edge from him, and gone. Liam Livingstone, the first wicket is down. Will this start the comeback for Sunrise Hyderabad? Well, Rashid Khan will certainly plays a very instrumental role. Caught by Riddhiman Saha at the back. Rashid Khan, the provider of the breakthrough. 78 for 1 after 9.1 overs. Liam Livingstone is the man walking back.
Livingston departs for 44, but he was clearly deceived by the flight over there. He went to the back foot, should have been on the front foot for that delivery. Tried to negate the spin and was attempting to play the flick shot, but got the inside edge. And Riddhiman Saha from behind the stumps took a comfortable catch. So the first wicket finally falls, but you could see Rashid Khan was quite disappointed. Even after he got his wicket, he has not been as impressive as he used to be, and he's well aware of that because he could bowl a lot better, and it's already 78 for 1. And if Rajasthan do go on to lose from here, then it will be their own doing. So it's just 83 required of 65 deliveries. 78 for 1 after 9.1 overs. The current run rate of more than 8.5. The required run rate well under 8 right now. And Otis Mahabir is here. MD Saman, Otis Mahabir, Ajay, Antil and Rian Osborne is back with us. And he's listening to us from Bangladesh. So welcome Rian Osborne. It's good to have you here at Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. And he's supporting Shakib Al Hasan undoubtedly. And he's also supporting the Sunrise Hyderabad well. It's 78 for 1. Sanju Samson is the new batsman to walk in. It's Ajinkya Rahane who's on 34 of 29 deliveries. And Sanju Samson, he's the same batsman who scored 100 against Sunrise Hyderabad at their venue not so long ago.
Well, he has been a very good batsman for Rajasthan Royals, scoring runs time and again. Has struggled with form in the previous editions, but this time around he's looking pretty good for them. A youngster, a bright prospect for the Indian side as well, Sanju Samson, and he'll now accompany Ajinkya Rahane at the pitch as Rashid Khan was the one who took the wicket of Livingstone. He was not able to cope up with the spin of Rashid Khan, just edging it enough. And Rashid Khan was certainly mumbling something as Livingstone departed from the pitch.
So it's 78 for 1, but you have to praise the way that Livingstone batted. He just scored 44 26 deliveries, and that was the knocker, which now reduces a lot of pressure from the middle order of the Rajasthan Royals. So that was a must-needed nod, and he has reassured to the Rajasthan Royals camp that he is here for good. But a good delivery. It was a googly bowled by Rashid Khan, enticing Sanju Samson to go for the cover drive. Failed to recognize the googly, and it almost hit the off stump as it went back in, and you could see a few oohs and ahs in the field. Rashid Khan will be quite unhappy with the way how it turned out, but it was a fantastic delivery, and what an over this is turning out to be. A wicket maiden so far.
Well, so far it has been no runs for Rajasthan Royals, but a single of the very last delivery will certainly help this Rajasthan chase. 79 up on board after the loss of Livingston. 1 wicket is gone, 10 overs are done, and with that Rajasthan are now in a pressure situation. Sunrise Hyderabad back in it.
79 for 1 after 10 overs. 83 now runs required for them to win this game of the final 60 deliveries. Well, will they be able to win this game or not? Only time will tell. It is an important game for both the camps. If Sunrise Hyderabad they do win this game, then they will have 12 points on the group board, and they will sit comfortably at the 4th spot and also have a positive net run rate as well. Meanwhile, if Rajasthan do win this game, then they might move up the table, because even Sunrise have got 10 points, and even they might be able to get the 10 points. So you never know. If they win by a hefty margin, they might be at the fourth position. So a good game. Nevertheless, 79 for 1 after 10 overs. 82 now required. 82 runs now required of 60 deliveries. Sanju Samson is on 1. Ajinkya Rahane is on 34 of 29. Khalil Ahmed has bowled quite well for the Hyderabad team. 2 overs, just 10 runs being conceded. No wickets taken. And Rashid Khan as well. 3 overs, slightly expensive, just 24 runs, but has taken the big wicket of Liam Livingston. 79 for 1. 82 now required of 60 deliveries. Siddharth Kohler is the bowler now bowling in.
Well, Siddharth Kohler on the very first delivery, he has bowled wide for Sunrise Hyderabad, and they should avoid the extras here, Sunrise Hyderabad, because the total now is very, very near the Rajasthan Royals capabilities. 80 now up on board for them, and only a matter of time, because only 80 more are left for them to chase. 81 to be specific, because the total by Sunrise Hyderabad at the end of 20 overs was 160. 161 is what the target is, and Sanju Samson has already opened his account with 1 single, and in the 6th delivery he goes for the boundary and gets it. 6 on that matter. Over covers, fantastic. Oh, not over covers, that was over long off, as Siddharth Kohler has been picked this time by Sanju Samson, who is looking on song for Rajasthan Royals. He'll certainly need to stay at the pitch with Ajinkya Rahane if they are to chase this down easily.
The thing with Sanju Samson is that he makes batting look easy when he's on song, and that's one of the most difficult shots to execute, but he does that with perfection. It was played on the up, over extra cover. What a shot that by Sanju Samson. Another shot of his which is quite popular is pull of the front foot. So he could play all sorts of shots with utmost ease, and that is why he's such a pleasant batsman to look at. But Rajasthan Royals require him to be quite consistent with the remaining games left in hand. But it's 7 for Sanju Samson of 6 deliveries. Rahane is on 34-29, and the score now moves on to 86 for the loss of 1 wicket after 10.1 overs. Will that be another wide, or did it clip the thigh pad? It's another wide from Siddharth Kohler, so it's turning out to be an expensive over. The first ball was a wide, he had to re-ball that, and because of which he got smashed for a 6 on that same delivery, and then another wide. So if you talk about the over so far, 8 runs have come of just the 1 delivery. The pressure that was made by Rashid Khan has now finally been released once again by Siddharth Kohler, and that is not good news, because the bowlers need to complement each other in order to add the pressure and win the game for Hyderabad. Otherwise it will be too late for them.
Well, it will certainly be too late for them, because it's a few more runs from here and the total would be very much in sight. Only 10.2 overs have been bowled yet, and 87 is up on board for Rajasthan. If Hyderabad need to come back into this game, they certainly need some quick wickets inside the 2-3 overs to next. Siddharth Kohler has bowled good so far, but he has been expensive. No respite from him. For him, as he conceded 28 runs in the 1.2 overs that he has bowled. He has been picked apart previously by Livingston, and now Sanju Samson has struck a 6 on this 2 deliveries that he has bowled, 2 wides to add on to the misery for Sunrise Hyderabad, as Sanju Samson is the one who is on strike.
It's 87 for 1, a slower delivery once again bowled. It was a knuckle delivery by Siddharth Kohler, and no runs is taken by the 2 batsmen away. It's 87 for 1. 10.3 overs have been bowled. And good over so far for the Sunrise, in fact for the Rajasthan Royals. 8 runs coming off the 3 deliveries. 3 more deliveries to go. Sanju Samson will be backing himself to hit another boundary in order to add further pressure on the Sunrise Hyderabad. Kane Williamson being a busy customer, marshalling his troops as usual. And it is turning out to be an interesting contest so far. Mari D'Souza is saying that if Samson clicks, that is it. Well, I do understand what you're saying, and that is exactly what I said, Mario, that if he clicks, he's a really good batsman. But the point is, he's never been consistent, and that is why he's never been in the Indian team. Otherwise, he would have been an absolute asset for the Indian cricket team had he been a little more consistent. Single taken by Samson, who whips it across his hips and guides it towards the long on. Single taken, 88 for 173 now needed of 56 deliveries.
Well, and now things are very difficult for SRS. They need wickets at this point, and as Siddharth Kaul tries to make a comeback after being hit for a 6 by Sanju Samson, he has been decent after that. Only 9 runs coming off of this over so far, but even those will hurt because the target isn't quite difficult from here on. The run rate is very easy to go forward with. And now Ajinkya Rahane at the pitch. Will that be given a wide? No, because Ajinkya Rahane had shifted his stance at the wicket, so that helps the cause of Siddharth Kaul, as a very wide ball is not given by the umpire.
And you could see why, because Ajinkya Rahane shuffled towards the wide line crease over the wide line over there, because of which it was completely neutralized, and Siddharth Kaul, being a smart customer over there, bowled a completely wide delivery, but the umpire did not give it a wide. So well bowled, Siddharth Kaul, 88 for 110.5 overs have been bowled. He was struck for a 6, but he is bowling well after being smashed for it. A single taken on the final delivery, guides it towards long off, pushes it towards long off, does Rahane. He moves on to 35, and the score is now 89 for 172 now required of 54 deliveries. And if you talk about YouTube, Rinku Singh is here with us. Sandeep Verma is supporting Rajasthan Royals. Aryan Ahmed Rubail saying hello to all of us. Well, welcome to Sports Flashes, Aryan. It's 89 for 1 after 11 overs, and 72 runs more required of 54 deliveries for the Rajasthan Royals to win this game.
Well, it's now only a matter of time before Rajasthan Royals win this. If things go like this, only they need some wickets here, Sunrise Hyderabad, because they don't have the runs to restrict this side into 20 overs. And it's 11 overs already done, 160 the total made by Hyderabad into 20 overs in the first innings. Quick wickets in the middle overs restricted this side of Sunrise Hyderabad. Rajasthan Royals already on 89 with just 1 wicket of Liam Livingston coming for the Sunrise Hyderabad, as Rahane tries to go for the long on boundary for a 4, but a fielder is present there and he will collect, so only a double on that occasion. Shakib Al Hassan has been brought in for his 3rd over by the captain. Will he be the one who provides them with the wickets, because he has been economical, only 13 runs coming off of the 2.1 overs that he is bowled. So fantastic stat, but Rahane has other thoughts and he goes for the boundary, and very close on that occasion, because a fielder collected it, Vijay Shankar, and restricted the boundary for Ajinkya Rahane. A double again for him on the second delivery of the 12th over.
Almost found the gap there, Rahane. He went for the big pull shot and it almost split the 2 fielders, and it's now 93 for the loss of 1 wicket. After 11.2 over 68 now needed of 52 delivery. Shakib Al Hassan is bowling an impressive spell as well, but hasn't taken a wicket. It's a big shot played over long off. Will that be a catch taken? Yes, that's a catch taken by David Warner. Did not have the power there, Rahane. He just tried to time the ball, but he forgot that it is a really big ground, the Savai Mansik, and an easy catch taken by David Warner, standing at long off. And now the pressure will definitely be will definitely build on Rajasthan. It was Shakib Al Hassan who picked the big wicket of Ajinkya Rahane. So Livingston is back in the hut, Rahane is back in the hut, and now 2 new batsmen will come on the crease. It's Steve Smith and Sanju Samson.
Well, what a sensational breakthrough there for Sunrise Hyderabad as they make their way back into this game. Ajinkya Rahane is now back into the hut, 39 of 34 deliveries for him, and is that the opening that Sunrise Hyderabad required?
Well, it might just be. It's 93 for 268 now, required of 51 delivery. Sanju Samson is on 8, and well, there's still a lot of cricket to be played between these two sides. Rian Osborne is back once again, and why won't he be back? Because it's Shakib Al Hasan who's picked the wicket, and I'm sure quite a few Bangla people are happy with this. And Mari D'Souza, Riku Singh, Sandeep Verma, everyone is listening to all of us. It's 93 for 2. Otis Mahabir and Tenzing Sograb saying that the winning chance for SRH is bleak, but the game is not over yet. Come on, SRH. So Tenzin showing his support for the Sunrise Hyderabad. And let me tell you, Tenzing, it's not over yet. Anything is still quite possible. Fahad Lashari on the other end backing the Rajasthan Royals, saying that it will be RR who will win that game. So it's 95 for 2. The single taken, 11.4 overs. 94 for 2 in fact after 11.4 overs, and it will be Steve Smith who will take the strike. If we talk about Steve Smith, he struck 2,000 runs in the IPL after playing 80 games. Has a strike rate of 128.9. Has struck over 8 50s, has struck 8 50s, and has 100 under his belt. But that was a really fine catch taken by David Warner at long off. He was running down the ground, had a ground to cover, and takes it with ease. Does he? And he's one of the fine fielders. David Warner does make minimal mistakes when he's out there. It's 94 for 2. The Australian skipper, who used to be at once upon a time Steve Smith, is now on strike, just swivels across and plays it towards the mid-wicket region and takes 2 runs. But that was a risky 2, because had that throw been proper, then that would have been another dismissal for the Rajasthan Royals. They need to be a bit careful over here. Do not challenge Manish Pandey's arms, because he's an athletic fielder.
Well, taking his chances there at that moment, because if that was a direct hit, he was certainly making the walk back. Manish Pandey, he was fantastic with the bat, but his team needs him in the field right now as Steven Smith and Samson. And Steven Smith has picked another boundary for them. 100 now up on board for Rajasthan Royals. 12 overs are done, and Steven Smith has opened his account now. 6 off of 2 deliveries for him, and 100 up for Rajasthan Royals.
Cleverly played by Steve Smith, just came down the track, picks his spot, the empty gap between long on and mid wicket was there for the taking, and he does exactly that. Positions the ball over there, gets the boundary, gets 6 runs on the board, and out of the 2 deliveries, that is where Sanju Samson on the other end is on 9 after facing 10. Score now is 100 for the loss of 2 wickets after 12 overs. And they are well under control, Rajasthan Royals, and they will only have to commit suicide in order to not win this game, because 61 runs are required of 48 deliveries. It's Rajasthan's game to lose, but still, like I said, a lot of cricket remaining. If we talk about the bowling, the overs remaining, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has 2 overs remaining. He's conceded 14 runs from his end. Shakib Al Hasan has another over remaining. He's bowled 3 overs, 22 runs given, 1 wicket taken. Rashid Khan, 3 overs, so he has 1 over remaining as well. 24 runs given and 1 wicket taken too. Khalil Ahmed has bowled 2 overs, conceded 10 runs, while Siddharth Kaul has bowled 2 overs, conceded 30 runs. Both the Pacers have not managed to take wickets. In fact, even Bhuvaneshwar Kumar hasn't taken a wicket. So the Pacers need to add further value to their names. And it's another over, this time being bowled by Siddharth Kaul. So Siddharth Kaul bowling Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson just slashes the ball towards the point region. Beautiful shot, just times it to utmost perfection there. Vijay Shankar gave it his all, a full stretch drive, but the Savai Mansingh outfield is lightning. Another boundary for Rajasthan, another boundary for Samson. He moves on to 13. The score now is 104 for 2.
Well, now these are the things that SRS don't want right now. Any kind of deliveries that go for boundaries is a damage to their claim for this game. 104 now up on board as Steven Smith and Sanju Samson mark the start of a partnership between the two. And even after them, they have the likes of Ashton, Turner, Rian Parag into their side. Shreyas Gopal can also bat when required as Samson pulls call, and another boundary for him as Rashid Khan tried to restrict that boundary but wasn't able to reach there on time. Another 4 for them, and 108 now up on board. It's very easy at this point for Rajasthan Royals to get grooving, because it's very, very, very difficult for Sunrise Hyderabad to get back into the game. They need at least 3-4 quick wickets to get back into the game. The target is very close now for Rajasthan Royals, and they still have a lot of batting in their squad.
Well, Dilawar Mukri is asking us the score. It is 108 for the loss of 2 wickets after 12.2 overs. Sharif Ahmed claiming that Rajasthan Royals will win this game. Mario D'Souza saying that RR just need to be calm, as simple as that. Absolutely, Mario, they need to be as calm as possible, and they're doing a great job in the middle, because this time Sanju Samson doesn't go for the third boundary on the trot. He just guides the ball towards mid-wicket by tucking it towards Shakib Al Hasan and takes the 2 runs over there. So further pressure being added on Siddharth Kaul. What an expensive spell this is turning out to be from his end. 2.3 overs, 40 runs being conceded so far. 3 more deliveries to be bowled in this over. 110 for 2 and 51 runs required for Rajasthan to win this game of 45 deliveries.
Well, he's been picked apart on the evening, Siddharth Kaul, and he has been very poor with the ball for Sunrise Hyderabad, something they don't really want at the moment. Only 50 runs left for them to chase in 44 deliveries. They don't have anything going for them, even after 2 wickets that they have taken in quick succession. The openers at that, Ajinkya Rahane and Liam Livingston, but it is looking all too easy for them. Steven Smith and Samson are looking good touch right now, and it's only a matter of time before these two get going on, and that will be very difficult for Sunrise Hyderabad to stop, because these two are serious batsmen of the IPL.
Well, Jetha Ram has joined the conversation. He's listening to us from Karachi, Pakistan. So welcome back, Jetha Ram. You're a little late today. Tenzing has pointed that out, but you're here nevertheless, and that is what matters the most. It's 111 for 2 Rajasthan Royals. Single taken once again by Smith. Just punches it toward the cover region and drives it over there. Takes a single and gives a strike back to Sanju Samson, who's batting quite decently on the other end. He's on 20. Sanju Samson on 14 deliveries, while Liam Livingston scored a blazy knock of 44. Ajinkya Rahane scored a good knock of 39 as well. Steven Smith is on 6 of 2 deliveries. And if we talk about the runs needed for RR, it's just 49 needed of 43 deliveries. The final delivery to be bowled by Siddharth Kaul. He bags a full toss and fails to get the proper connection, does Sanju Samson, but will take 2 runs nevertheless. So a good over for the Rajasthan Royals. Once again, 47 now required of just 42 deliveries.
Well, he's been very expensive with that call, and that hasn't helped the case of SRH. Although they have sent back the dangerous Rahane and Liam Livingston, but still Sanju Samson and Steven Smith continue the decimation of this bowling side. 14 runs on that occasion from the over of Siddharth Kaul, and it's over like these that take the game away from you in such bleak chases, because the target was never very huge for the chasing side, and with the home conditions and them being familiar with it, it is certainly only a matter of time before this target is chased by Rajasthan Royals.
114 for 2 after 13 overs. Karan Singh is here with us. Tenzing Sabir Ali is asking us about what the score is. Well, Sabir, it's 114 for 2 after 13 overs. 47 now required of 42 balls. And Jay Dharam saying that thank you sir, today's match is not interesting, only formalities, only the formalities need to be completed over here. Well, I agree with that, Jay Dharam. At one stage when Manish Pandey and Shane won, when David Warner were going strong, it seemed like SRH will go beyond 170 or post a target of 180, but they lost 6 wickets for just 40 odd runs in the final few overs, and that is why they could just score 160. And that is exactly why they find them in such a situation. It's now a single taken by Steven Smith, who paddles it towards the final leg region. 114 for 2. Rashid Khan, bowling his final over of his 4-over quarter, has conceded 25 runs and has taken a wicket as well. He will have to do something miraculous over here in order to bring his team back into the game. Rashid Khan, he's a superstar in T20 cricket, but he needs to do something special in order to spring a comeback for his team.
Well, they certainly need one of their bowlers to pull off a sensational performance, and on that occasion Sanju Samson just rescued himself an edge which was certainly hitting the wickets, but as lucky as it gets for Sanju Samson, as the edge of his bat just diverts the ball off of the wicket, and Rashid Khan can only smirk at this moment because he has bowled very well to at least give them the edge in this match. But with the luck working in the favour of Rajasthan Royals, it's only a shame that Rashid Khan isn't able to provide them with the wickets. Only one wicket coming to him in the 3.3 overs. He's in his final over, and if he doesn't get the wicket of anyone in the rest of the deliveries, it's all game but over for Sunrise Hyderabad.
And even if you talk about the score, Bhardesh, 161 was a decent target. You could have defended it, but for that to happen, you wanted to bowl tight overs in the first six, because it is the power play. It is known that Liam Livingstone and Ajinkya Rahane will target you, and that is exactly what happened. They scored more than 60 runs, Rajasthan Royals, in 6 overs. And when you're chasing a target of 150, the opening 6 overs decide the fate of the game. And with the way the game is going, it's quite inevitable. I do not want to say the word inevitable because of certain reasons. I've just seen a movie and it breaks my heart to say that, but it's 119 for 2, and it's inevitable that Rajasthan Royals, with the way that they're batting, will run away with the game.
Yes, they certainly are heavy favourites for this game, and it's only a matter of time before they complete the chase. 120 now up on board, only 41 required out of 37 deliveries. It's very hard for Sunrise Hyderabad at this moment, and I don't know whether we should ask that if SRH would make a comeback. The question would be how much more deliveries are required from here on to chase, because the faster they do that, the better their run rate would be at the table, and that will certainly go a long way in helping them to reach the playoff spot.
Well, Karan Singh is suggesting that RR will win this match with quite ease, and also saying that he loves RR very much. Jetha Ram is asking us about if RCB could make it to the top 4 or not. Well, it will be a really difficult mountain to climb for RCB, but mountains are there to be climbed. If you talk about RCB, Jetha Ram, then 11 games have been played by them. They won 4 of them, 7 have been lost by them. They have 8 points, but Rajasthan also have 8 points right now. Kolkata also have 8 points right now. And if RCB manage to win the game tomorrow, then they will be level on points with Sunrise Hyderabad, Kings 11 Punjab, and with the way things are going, even the Rajasthan Royals. So 4 teams will be on 10 points, and then it will all depend on if they carry their winning momentum, and also in what manner they win this match. Because if they win it in comprehensive manner, the upcoming games, the RCB, then they will be able to solidify their position in the top 4. But also, it will be a very difficult task for them. So it's not all over for any of the team. And coming back to the score, it's 120 for 2 after 14 overs. 41 runs now required of 36 deliveries. And another flick shot played by Samsung. This time it won't be a boundary, but they will scamper for 2 runs. It's Khalil Ahmed, the left arm pacer from India, who bowls a wayward line delivery over here, down the leg, flicks it with perfection. Samson takes the 2 runs. No extra effort over there. And now it's just 39 runs required of 35 deliveries, and it's just a matter of time before the game comes to an end. And Rashid Khan has bowled well, but Shreyas Gopal stole his thunder today because he picked 2 massive wickets of Kane Williamson and Manish Pandey.
Well, he was the one who provided them with the wickets when required, when a partnership was brewing for Sunrise Hyderabad. He was the one to break the shackles for Rajasthan Royals, and at this moment they should compliment him for the work he has done. But Rashid Khan has missed one as Samson tried to pull it for the boundary. He overran the ball, missed the chance for Sunrise Hyderabad, and with that catch, I think he's missed the chance for them to have any sort of comeback in the game.
Absolutely. That was the moment where they could have added further pressure on the Rajasthan Royals, because Sanju Samson was looking deadly. He played a pull shot. Rashid Khan did everything right, but he just went for the dive. There wasn't a need of the dive. He could have taken it with ease. He is a really good fielder, but that disbalance, that dive is because of which he managed to drop that catch. And Khalil Ahmed, you could see, he had his hands on his head, and 124 for 2. The game is running away from the Sunrise Hyderabad. Another single taken. Or will it be 2 once again? They're running quite quick, Steve Smith and Samson, and another 2. So brilliant running. That's 3 twos in 3 deliveries.
Fantastic running from these 2. And talking about Rashid Khan, well, he certainly had a chance to get something out of the game for Sunrise Hyderabad. Now 35 required of 33 deliveries, and at this point you can only help but think what could have been done to avoid this kind of situation? Was it the middle order collapse? Was it the fact that the openers played fantastically to give them a great start, Rajasthan Royals, during the chase? Or was it the fact that they lacked the services of Johnny Bairstow, who they relied on heavily for the opening part of the tournament? And another quick single there for Rajasthan Royals, as Steven Smith now will take the strike. Fantastic running between the wickets by these two, Steven Smith and Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson now moves on to 33.
129 for the loss of 2 wickets. And no, it's 128 for 2, and there was a mix-up because Sanju Samson. 127 for 2. There was a mix-up in the middle because Sanju Samson lost his footing at the non-striker's end, and it could have been another double over there had they been more aggressive. But it's a walk in the park now for the Rajasthan Royals. 34 runs now required of 32 deliveries. The required run rate is of 6.3, and that must be another boundary. A poor delivery bowled by Khalil Ahmed with the angle, was bowling it towards Steve Smith's hips, and Steve Smith just tucks it towards the final leg region, and that's another 4. So now 30 needed of 31 deliveries. The Sunrise think tank is in disarray at the moment, and quite disappointed with the way that they have performed with the bat as well as with the ball. And it's 30 now required of 31. 131 for 2 is the score. If we talk about Karan Singh, he is here with us. Adnan Rizvi is saying hello and asking us how we are. Well, we're fine, Adnan Rizvi. Score, but the Sunrise Hyderabad are absolutely not fine because they're on their way to lose another game over here.
Well, sad things come again for Sunrise Hyderabad, as Rajasthan Royals very comfortably winning this one from this point. 132 now up on board after 15 overs, 5 overs left, and only 29 runs required of 30 deliveries. It's all too easy at this point for Rajasthan Royals.
29 now required of 30 deliveries, 132 for 2, and what an innings this has been. What a game this has been for Rajasthan Royals. They have functioned as a team. Well played Rajasthan. First they bowled quite well. There were a lot of speculations, and there were a lot of people saying that Rajasthan Royals won't be able to compete as much against the Sunrise Hyderabad, given the fact that Jofra Archer and Ben Stokes have left their camp to fulfill the duties for the England cricket team as they prepare for the World Cup. There were quite speculations leading to this that they won't be able to win this game, but boy have they proved it wrong. They are on their way to an emphatic win against a balanced, against a solid Sunrise Hyderabad team. It's 132 for 2, and 29 runs more required of the final 5 overs. 30 balls remain, and it looks like it will be over within a matter or two. And Jetharam is here with us saying that, so have any information that foreign players leave the IPL, join own team on national duty for World Cup? Any player leave only for, well, I've told you, Jetharam, Johnny Bairstow, Jofra Archer and Ben Stokes have left the camp, left their franchises.
Shakib Al Hasan refused to join the camp for Bangladesh for continuing his stint with the IPL side, because he knows after Johnny Bairstow is gone, he'll certainly be one to claim the spot in the squad, as his addition to the squad hasn't quite helped, because he was unable to provide them with the bat, and with the ball he certainly has been not in top of forms. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has now been brought in by Kane Williamson, but I think it's a little too late even for him to get something out of the game for Sunrise Hyderabad.
It's 133 for 2, and for those of you who are asking us the state of the points table, well, we'll tell you again. Fahad Lashari, it's Chennai Super Kings who are at top with 16 points. Mumbai Indians are on second with 14 points. Delhi Capitals also have 14 points, but Mumbai's net run rate is much better than them, because of which they are second. Delhi Capitals are third. Sunrise Hyderabad are currently on fourth with 10 points, and the Kings 11 Punjab are on fifth with 10 points as well, but a negative run rate, because of which they are on fifth. KKR, Rajasthan Royals and RCB are all level on 8 points, and that may change very quickly. It's 134 for 2 after 15.1 overs, 27 runs more required of 29 deliveries.
Well, at the rate at which Sanju Samson and Steve Smith are going, they can very well achieve this target under, I guess, 1 or 2-3 overs, and that will do wonders for their net run rate, as they currently sit on the IPL table below Sunrise Hyderabad, and with this win it also poses a certain kind of doubt for RCB side, because we cannot forget that RCB, even though they haven't had quite the season they liked, they still are in contention to get a spot for the playoffs in this season's IPL.
It's 135 for 2 after 15.2 overs. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowling the third delivery of his third over. No runs taken over there. Defended by Steve Smith towards the short mid-wicket region. And well, this game is almost to a close, but we'll tell you that tomorrow it's a double header. It's Super Sunday. So the first game will be between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore at the Firozshah Kotla at 4 p.m. Make sure you tune into that. And then don't stop, because it will be another game at 8 p.m. between the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Mumbai Indians. So two interesting games, two slobber knockers of a contest will be there tomorrow. Make sure that you tune into Sports Flashes. And coming back to today's game, it's 135 for 2. And the runs that are needed for Rajasthan to win this game is 26 of the final 27 deliveries. Steve Smith is on 15 of 10, while if you talk about Sanju Samson, he is on 34 of 23 deliveries. Flicked towards the final leg region, Steve Smith over there. Will he take 2 runs over here? And he does. And good running between the wickets by Steve Smith. Does take the 2. So 139 for 2. And you can see the intent between the two batsmen. Even though the equation is very well in their favour, they want to play aggressive cricket. They want to run quickly between the wickets. They want to maintain that pressure, and they don't want to give the Sunrise Hyderabad even a tunnel vision of winning this game at all. A good delivery ball this time, but Bhuvaneshwar Kumar almost got the inside edge of Steve Smith. 24 now required of 24 deliveries, and it's the second strategic timeout. The score is 137 for 2. Steve Smith is on 17 of 13. Sanju Samson is on 34 of 23. 24 runs are now required of 24 balls, and Rajasthan Royals are the clear favourites to win this game. Well, with the strategic timeout now coming into play, we will just take a short break. You stay tuned to Sports Flashes. We will be back within just a while.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
And we're back with the live chit-chat session for the match between Sunrise Hyderabad and Rajasthan Royals, and Khalil Ahmed has been picked for the boundary by Sanju Samson of the very first delivery, smacked down the mid-wicket region, and the struggles for Sunrise Hyderabad continue. Sanju Samson, he is looking quite on song today. Phenomenal innings from him continue, and as things stand, it's all too easy for Rajasthan Royals from here on.
141 for 2, a short delivery backed in by Khalil Ahmed, and he picked that with utmost precision. Did Sanju Samson, beautiful shot towards the mid-wicket region, and now it's a 141 for 2. Quick single taken this time by guiding it towards the point region. Sanju Samson now gives a strike back to his skipper Steve Smith. So now it's 142 for 2. 19 more runs now required of 22 deliveries. It's just a matter of a few boundaries and then it's all over. Rajasthan Royals are cruising in this game. A professional performance by them. A comprehensive win it will be for them, and it will do them a massive favour in the points table with the net run rate as well. Sanjay Mishra is back with us saying hello and how are we? Well, we are fine, Sanjay Mishra. You tell us how are you? Moin Ansari is back saying hello. Devinder Singh, Duhan, and there is a comment which says that Russell is the best, and it's Musa. Well, Russell will be in action for the Kolkata Knight Riders tomorrow in the second game at 8 p.m. between the Mumbai Indians. So I'm sure you will be watching that game, but at the same time you will also be listening to us. So Andre Russell and the Kolkata Knight Riders are currently struggling. They lost 6 in 6. So it's important that they win the game tomorrow, otherwise it will be too late for them. Flicked once again by Steve Smith. What a risky customer this Australian batsman is, but good fielding effort by Siddharth Kaur at fine leg. So 2 runs secured, 17 more runs required of 21 deliveries, and you can see as soon as Steve Smith, but would it be a foul? Because I think his foot was touching the line.
Well, I guess that is a boundary for Rajasthan Royals, because his foot was certainly resting upon the boundary line, and even for all the effort that he made, it's gone to the dustbin for the Sunrise Hyderabad. Another 4 for Rajasthan Royals, and the chase now coming to an end with just a matter of few deliveries left for them, and it's all too easy at the moment for Rajasthan Royals, and if they manage to lose it from here, well, they'll certainly be competing against Delhi Capitals for a spot for that.
The biggest jokers of the IPL. Well, but I think it's over for the Sunrise Hyderabad. They had their opportunities. In fact, not many opportunities were given by Rajasthan Royals. They've batted quite well. They had the opportunity with the bat. They could have scored beyond 180, 190, and they could have added pressure, but they failed to do so. And I think that is where they missed the trick. Sunrise Hyderabad. It is a good batting surface. It is a good outfield, and you are able to take your 1s and 2s with utmost ease. So had they scored 180, 190, it would have been a far more interesting contest. But right now, Sunrise Hyderabad are on the course to lose their second game on the trot. They lost the previous one against the Chennai Super Kings, and with Rajasthan now just needing 14 of 20, it's very well over for them. Sanjay Mishra is listening to us from Malaysia, and he thinks that our chit-chat, our commentary is the best. Well, thank you for that, Sanjay Mishra. You are a kind man. And Nisha Rana is here with us saying hello. Sunil Sharma's also saying hi. So coming back to the game, it's 147 for 2 after 16.4 overs. Single taken once again by Samson, just drives it towards long off. 13 now required of 19 deliveries.
Well, Khalil Ahmed has been picked apart this evening, and I don't know what the reason was behind bringing him back into attack. I guess you should be looking towards more bowlers who are quite productive for you time and again, but confidence and faith is what a player feeds on. Maybe that's the case. He was brought upon by King Williamson. He has gotten them wickets time and again, but it's now too little too late even for Sunrise Hyderabad. 13 required of 19, and just 2-3 deliveries and it's all game but over for Sunrise Hyderabad.
A short delivery banged in by Khalil Ahmed. Will that be a catch taken by this? Yes, it is a catch taken by Siddharth Kaul at deep fine leg. Steve Smith quite disappointed with the shot. He was about to win the game. He was about to finish it for his team, but a top edge, and Kaul finishes it off by taking a catch. So 148 for 3, but it's too little too late for Hyderabad as they just need a 13 of the final 3 overs. 148 for 3, and a good catch taken by. In fact, it wasn't a completely clean catch because he fumbled, and then thankfully for his chest, he was able to collect it at the last moment. Siddharth Kaul.
Well, he'd be very thankful that his hands were placed appropriately at that time. Stephen Smith departs, 22 off of 16 from him. His contribution very good for his side. And Ghulam Rumi is supporting RR. Well, RR are very on course to win it from here on. It's very easy for them at this point. They have made this chase look like very, very easy for this side. And it's only a matter of time before it's curtains on Sunrise Hyderabad approach to this game.
148 for 3 in 17 overs. We'll just talk to you through the scorecard for the Rajasthan Royals. It was Ajinkya Rahane and Liam Livingstone who had opened the innings for the Rajasthan Royals in the second innings. They compiled a 78-run stand for the opening wicket. Liam Livingstone was the reason for all that carnage early on in the innings. 44 of just 26 deliveries, 4 boundaries and 3 sixes with a strike rate of 169. Ajinkya Rahane on the other end was playing the sheet anchor role. He scored a solid 39 of 34 deliveries, 4 boundaries and 1 6, while Sanju Samson is currently still batting in there. He's on 40 of 34 delivery. But the good news for Ashton Turner and Rajasthan Royals is that he has finally come off the mark, and you can see he's taken it in good spirit because his camp is applauding him. So that's a pressure off of his shoulder. You can see the good thing is that he could see the funny side of it.
Yes, finally he's not succumbed to the pressure, and he has got some if one run under his belt. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar also smiling because they all know that this format hasn't been very good to him. He has scored 5 consecutive ducks, and this was a very welcome news that he has finally got some run under his belt. And in this season's IPL, he was very, very poor when it came to him, getting out on the very first delivery on 4 occasions, and that was very, very astonishing on the part of Ashton Turner, because he was fantastic when Australian side came to visit India earlier in the year, and he was fantastic for them. But here he needs to stay with Sanju Samson. They don't really need to mess this up right at the end and choke when it seems like they are running away with the game. Stephen Smith, well, he is very frustrated with himself. He almost was hoping for that to travel to the boundary line, but on that occasion there was Siddharth Kaul present there. And it's now 17.3 overs done. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is in his final over, and it's 150 now up on board for Rajasthan Royals. 3 wickets are gone, and Ashton Turner is at this strike. Sanju Samson is playing on 40 off of 27 deliveries, and only 11 runs required now of the 15 deliveries left.
So it's a mere formality to be done by the Rajasthan Royals. It's Ashton Turner facing the delivery of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, a full length delivery. Won't take the single, drives it towards the short mid wicket region, so another dot delivery. And Jait Haram is asking us that has there been a rise of a new talent, or have the old players only showcased the talent? Well,
Rahul Chahar is one aspect. Navdeep Saini has impressed one and all with his bowling performances in the batting side. Riyan Parag of Rajasthan Royals was fantastic, and Shreyas Gopal was a find of the previous edition, so you can't really count him as an emerging player, I guess. But Jofra Archer was good, and many players have emerged in this season's IPL also. You can't really say that only older players have flourished in this season's IPL, although there has been a rise in the amount of rising players playing knocks of substance for their side. It is a matter of fact that many players who were promised to score outrageously, take wickets consecutively, have not performed for their sides. And now as the playoffs approach, The first one, or the qualifier one, would be played on 7th May. The second one, the eliminator, would be played on 8th May, and on 10th May would be the qualifier 2, and the final coming on the 12th. So stay tuned to Sports Flashes as we continue the live chat sessions. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel and on our app. Also connect to us on Facebook and Twitter so that we can take your comments, reply and answer your queries. It's now only 10 runs required off of 13 deliveries. Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowls in the final ball. A single now, a quick single from them as Ashton Turner. Has he made it enough, or is he going back?
Well, he's made it, I guess. He's made it. He's a tall lad. Though it was a directed, but I'm quite confident that Ashton Turner has made it. It's 152 for 3. But David Warner looks quite confident. It was Kane Williamson who threw the delivery, who threw the ball towards the striker's end. We'll just have to wait and see. Well, he's well within it. In fact, his foot was also well within almost. And yep, so it's not out. He's a tall lad. And 9 runs are now required of the final 2 overs. Sanju Samson, the good news for the Rajasthan Royals is that he will be retaining the strike, so more chances of it getting over in this over itself. Respect Girl is saying that, hey, I'm back, and Ashton Turner survives. Well, I remember Respect Girl gave a prediction. In fact, she was asking us to predict what Ashton Turner will score, and we said that he will not get out on a duck today, and that is exactly what has happened. Well,
if you remember, Josh Butler in the previous edition was terrible at one point, and then he struck, and how he struck for them later parts of the tournament. They'll hope that another rival of England team, an Aussie in Ashton Turner, strikes this time without any queries in the later edition of the IPL. But for them, without the services of Josh Butler and Ben Stokes as they go forward in the IPL, it's very shaky at the moment. But in this game, they are quite comfortable with Siddharth Kaul bowling the second last over. Samson now tries to get a hold of it, but miscues a shot, falls short of the Pakhuda, but still would get a double on that occasion. So 154 now up on board in 18.1 overs.
And quite cleverly played there by Samson. He just chipped it towards the long on region and went for the double. 154 for 3 now. 7 runs required of 11 deliveries and a shot and a single. Just one big 6 and a single away from winning the game. The Rajasthan Royals. Sanju Samson, he's played a tremendous knock once again against the Sunrise Hyderabad, and it has been a really important innings for them. And if we talk about Sanju Samson, he averages 37.5 against SRH in the IPL, especially after his innings of 102 which took place at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. He scored 375 runs against the Sunrise in the T20 tournament across 13 innings. So he loves batting against the Sunrise Hyderabad, and with his innings of 44 right now, unbeaten 44, I think his average will go further up and will cause further miseries for the Sunrise, as they're just 6 runs away, Rajasthan, to win this game of 10 balls. Sanchi Pawar is back with us saying hello, and Respect Girl saying, will RCB bring replacements of Dale Steyn, or will they go with Tim Southee? If replace them, then who will be coming? Well, let me just remind you, they already had Coulter Nile, Respect Girl, but Coulter Nile wasn't there on time, and he was injured, I guess, and he was later replaced by Dale Steyn. Dale Steyn played a few games, he bowled quite well, and then he became injured, so I don't think there is anyone in place of Dale Steyn, and it's going to be Tim Southee bowling instead of him. But a dot delivery bowled by Siddharth Kaul was Yorker in delivery, and well defended by Turner over there.
Well, Turner certainly would like to stay till the end and not give away his wicket very cheaply. And as things stand, it's only 6 runs required now for Rajasthan Royals, and only a matter of time before they seal the deal on this match. 18.3 overs done. Siddharth Kaul, 1-6 can do the job here. Will Turner go for it, or will he give the strike to Samson?
Well, I think he should give the strike to Sanju Samson, given the form that he isn't in. Otherwise, he should back himself. If he does manage to get a 6, then he might be able to get that confidence back for the next game. And it's just a matter of one shot. If he is able to middle that ball, then it will be of a big advantage to him. But he wasn't able to whittle that one. There was a top edge, went to the no man's land and took a single, giving Samson back the strike. 5 now needed of 8 deliveries. 155 for 3 is the score, and Sanju Samson is the man on strike, and Rajasthan Royals would prefer that he stays on strike because he's played 30 deliveries and he scored 44 runs, so he's middling the ball out there, and it might very well be over in this in the final 2 deliveries of this over. 156 for 3, and it's 5 needed of 8 deliveries.
Well, two deliveries still to go in this over. Will Samson finish it here, or will they carry on for the final over as well? Sanju Samson, a fielder, is there to collect, so he'll take a single on that and a leg by on that occasion, and just 1 run coming off of it. 4 now required of 7 deliveries. Ashton Turner is back on strike. How will Ashton Turner fare? Will he go for the boundary, or will he go for a single, or will there be a dot, or the inevitable, the wicket would fall for Rajasthan Royals, and Ashton Turner would be very disappointed if that happens, because there's no need to play any risky shots. He just needs to stay at the pitch.
I think he'll go for the big shot over here. He wants to finish the game in a hurry, Ashton Turner, and we saw that in the previous delivery as well. He went for the big pull, wasn't able to hit the middle of the bat, top edged it, so I think he might be able to go for the big shot once again. Final delivery of the second last over being bowled, and it's a full toss, and he missed it completely, not a single taken. So 4 runs now required of 6 deliveries, and he will be massively disappointed. That was the opportunity to finish off the game, but now Sanju Samson will retain the strike, and it's 4 runs now needed of 6 deliveries. Karan Singh saying that RR have already won this game. Chandra Bhandari saying that Rahul is best at number 3 position and Virat Kohli should bat at number 4. Well, I do not agree to that, Chandra. You can only see the best of Virat Kohli when he bats at number 3, and it's better that you do not compromise with your best batsman's batting position, otherwise it might lead to further problems for you. It's 157 for 3 and 19 overs have been bowled. 4 runs required of 6 deliveries, a required run rate of just 4 since 4 runs are required, and 8.26 is the current run rate, and a good innings by Sanju Samson once again. Will he be able to score a 50 if he smashes a 6 over here? Well, we'll just have to wait and watch. Who will be bowling the final over? It's Shakib Al Hasan. So a short delivery, pulls it away, and that might just be it. Yes, it's all over. A pull shot, and that's another boundary for Sanju Samson as he finishes the game in favour of Rajasthan Royals. A comprehensive win, a thumping defeat to Sunrise Hyderabad, and Rajasthan Royals have won 2 in 2. They now have 10 points on the board, and it's an important win for them. We'll just run you down with the scoreboard, and for the Rajasthan team, we'll just tell you further that it's Rajasthan who won the toss, as they elected to have a field first, and batting first. Sunrise Hyderabad got off to a really good start because David Warner scored 37. Kane Williamson got out early, he scored 13. David Warner scored 37, was dismissed by O'Shane Thomas. Manish Pandey was the pick of the batsman. He scored a quick 561 of 36. Shreyas Gopal got his wicket. Shreyas Gopal also got Kane Williamson's big wicket, so he impressed once again. Vijay Shankar scored 8, disappointing. Shakib Al Hasan 9, disappointing once again. And Riddhiman Saha scored just a 5. Deepak Huda got out for a golden duck, and Rashid Khan scored a cameo of 17 for Varun, Aaron, O'Shane Thomas, Shreyas Gopal, Jaydev Unatkar, all these bowlers took 2 wickets each for their side. And talking about the Rajasthan Royals, Ajinkya Rahane, Livingston got off to a brilliant start. 78 runs partnership for no wicket. Rahane scored 39, Livingston scored 44. Samson then finished off the innings along with Steve Smith. Steve Smith scored 22, while Samson finished off the innings by scoring 48 of 32 deliveries. Shakib Al Hasan took the 1 wicket. Rashid Khan and Khalil Ahmed also took 1 wicket each. So it's all over. Sunrise Hyderabad have lost the game. Rajasthan win the game by 7 wickets in hand, and they will definitely go up on the points table. Tomorrow it's going to be a double header. The first game will be between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore at 4 p.m. At the Firozshah Kotla ground. We will be live at 3:50 p.m. The second match will be between the Mumbai Indians and the Kolkata Knight Riders, so stay tuned for that as well. Jetharam, Atif Khan, Sanjay Mishra all saying well done and saying good night as well. Otis Mahabir saying good night as well. So we're done from here. This is Wali Siddiqui, Paritosh Joshi. Rajasthan have won the game by 7 wickets, and we'll be back again tomorrow. So till then, stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything